by Eyewitness News showing one of the victims who was hit in the leg.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Welcome.
Send a fucking vibe for just a second.
Let's vibe out, people. This is Radioville. Population Truth. That was a cool one. That was weird. This thing, you never know what you're going to get.
I know. It's very
good. You got to be quick on the trigger here.
Yeah, I love it.
So I want to jump right into tonight. I know there's a lot of important current events going on, and people are looking to us for the big story.
Like they should, as they should.
So I sent you that first thing, and I want to get right to that.
Oh, surely.
This here, because I just don't want to forget, and it's important to talk about. This here, the first thing we're going to look at tonight. No. I don't want to say it till it's up. There it is, 1948 hog map.
It is.
Can they
yes,
see it?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, now we can.
All right,
oh, there
good.
it is, folks. Look at this.
That's okay. So each dot on this map.
Now, can you see this on your phones? Of course you can. Just tip your phone to the side, and you can see all the dots.
Each dot on this map represents 5,000 hogs. Can you believe that?
I can.
Have you once seen a hog in your life? Ever? Like out in the wild?
No.
I don't think I have, dude. I think at this point you have to go... Like, I know they hunt them in Louisiana,
oh, yeah,
Alabama.
Texas is like...
Some places are, like, overrun.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
But look...
Lots of places, actually.
Right around us. And now what's interesting about this is, I think... Here's what I think.
What do you got?
We drove the wolves out, okay?
Yeah.
Now the hogs are just going crazy, you know? And, and so there was this brief, like, hog utopia that took place between... like 1920 and 1950 with urban expansion, probably took a lot of their habitat out. You know what I mean? So you had this twilight where the wolves were gone, the hogs were happy.
They were living high on the hog.
I was trying so hard not to say that. They were, you know, the hogs were doing great for what, like 30 years? And this represents, in my mind, the peak. Now, I've done zero research about any of this, but
you know, and we're not
this is assumptions I'm making. Now, another thing to notice about this
is...
How fucking annoying
how Florida looks
would
like
it be
the penis of the country?
No, dude, this is the first time I've ever looked at a U.S. map, and you are right. In fact, these all look like penises.
Yeah, every state is its own penis.
So, no, look, what was going on? Was everyone just hunting, like in the 40s? You think things were like kind of modern then, but were they? I mean, you have fucking hogs. Look, these are all towns now. Yeah. This is all highways and towns and shit. You had just hogs running around everywhere?
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
And then what happened to them? They killed them all?
No, there's far more.
There's not more now.
I'm pretty sure.
We got to find a now hog
current news map,
because there's no way.
Map.
There's absolutely no fucking way that there's that many hogs in Illinois at this point.
I think there might be, but I'm not exactly sure.
I've been every dot on this map. And if there were 5,000 hogs somehow hiding from me,
they're very stealthy.
I'm going to be very disappointed, because here's things I've seen at some of these dots out in the middle of nowhere. One time I came across a fish holocaust.
U.S.
It was like northern Missouri, middle of nowhere, one of those roads where you're driving so maybe like 40, 45, 50 minutes without another car or a house or anything, you know what I mean? Just way out in the middle of nowhere, weeds in the street and everything. And, you know, all of a sudden we come across...
Oh, what's this?
One fish, two fish,
three fish, four.
Everybody knows the rhyme. One fish, two fish, three fish, four.
So this is the counties in 2021. Here, let me...
That's the hog map now?
Hold on, let me just...
Okay, look, dude, see? Why they've completely changed territory. Look, they used to be all up in the Mississippi Valley up there and everything.
Yeah, they had to go where the getting's good, I suppose.
So now this is the current hog map?
It looks like it.
Flash them back and forth really, really fast.
Oh, my God.
Hold on a second. And everybody, thanks for getting in. We're just kind of going to have a few fuck-around topics here at the beginning to get warmed up and whatever, because nobody seems to join in the first hour. So
yeah.
I don't know. But, yeah, so You're going back and forth on them? Excellent. Good.
Now
look
what
at
is
the change.
This,
now
150, 300, 600. This is miles, but this is, I don't understand what this is. Feral swine populations.
Yeah.
What does purple mean? Just counties? This is fucking stupid.
Wait, so it's the legend just says counties 2021?
Okay. Well, apparently Texas, Florida, Oklahoma, New Orleans.
This is what I've heard, yeah.
What's this? New Mexico? What's this one? No, Nebraska.
Oklahoma.
Oh, this is Oklahoma.
Dunce.
Hey,
Yeah,
shut your
what are you
fucking
doing
trap.
over there? Yeah. Is this Common Core?
What's this? I ain't good with maps.
Yeah.
I know I really am not. That was like one of the least interesting things in school was like, oh, look at this blank map.
So you don't,
try to, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
You don't think you could name every state on the map?
No, probably not. We got Florida.
This is
here.
what you guys all made fun of me.
Georgia. We have South Carolina, North Carolina.
Okay, wait. We can't just name all the states. But no, you guys all made fun of me because I was like, people think they know the map, but like, do you really know where Kansas is? That's a weird one. You know what I mean?
Kansas is here.
What are you saying Kansas is?
No, here.
Yep. See everyone. Yeah, that's Kansas. Pretty fucking crazy, huh?
Is it?
Huh?
No.
No, wait,
This is Missouri. Is this Kansas?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, Kansas, Oklahoma, New Orleans. What the fuck is this one here?
Yeah, no, Kansas is down there. That's where. So I was somewhere around between Missouri and Kansas when I saw the fish holocaust.
Oh my god!
You're talking about 5, 6, 7,000 fish. Almost half as many as were killed in the Jewish Holocaust. There was at least that many fish scattered all over the highway because floodwaters had receded and they'd been trapped.
Ooh,
man, it was crazy.
I like that.
Anyways, that's something I've seen. Never seen one hog. You know what I mean?
Oh, we got a call coming in. It looks
okay.
like. Hold on a second here.
All right, I should have left that up.
Yeah, let's answer this. Hello, you're on the air with Tom and Vinny. What's up?
Yes, hello, Radioville with Tom and Vinny. This is 2-star General Andrew Critchlow calling in.
Good.
Checking in, I see.
I just want to start this off by saying I can't build an army if my admirals don't know the states. How can I spread the word?
I know the states.
Yeah,
Tom doesn't.
It's not my department, sir.
Yeah.
My department is tomfoolery and fuckery.
This is when Tom is going to exaggerate his Mexican heritage.
Yeah. I don't know this state.
Now, by the way...
I only know the South, man.
Yeah, hey, man. I'm from Guadalajara, bro.
By the way, General, can you hear us?
Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with that thought, and I just want you to just reconsider my 2-star status if I'm going to be providing geological and topographical insight.
Let me ask you this. Can you hear us better than last week? Because I think we fixed the phones.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah?
All right,
We
so
gotta talk about this.
don't be afraid to call in tonight. Looks like we got everything running great. 2-star General Andrew Critchlow in the Super Spreader Army. Thank you for checking in.
Signing off with a salute. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, we'll see you soon.
At ease, soldier.
It'd be nice to hear from some of the
fucking idiots. All of us. Every one of us.
It'd be nice to hear from some of the other generals tonight, especially if you guys want to call in and report on the hog situation in your area.
It's very alarming how much purple how many purple counties there are.
It is, yeah, I know. But the entire South is purple with hogs.
Yes, I know.
And nobody's talking about it.
I had no idea. Well, you would think that all the hogs are up in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying?
Look at all those states down there. You got Wincanton and
yeah. What is this archipelago over here? What's this? South China?
Yeah, something.
China.
Why did the hogs all go to the South though?
I don't know.
What is that? Just where they'll put up with them?
I think so.
Is that it?
I don't know. No, it doesn't make any sense because that's where they don't put up with anything. They shoot everything.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
They've got more guns than hogs. I guarantee that.
Oh, sure. And we'll be getting into that tonight.
We sure will.
Guns in America. Is it a new epidemic?
Or is it a new...
Is there an active shooter in your town? Find out at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, boy, all those shootings, huh? It's a shame they couldn't have just shot some hogs.
Yeah. I mean...
Look at all the hogs you
That's what I was going to say is I got a buddy outside of Austin, and has forever tried to get me to go down there and just shoot hogs from a helicopter, and I'm like,
I've seen those videos where they're just up there in a helicopter just wasting hogs, dude. Yeah.
For the longest time I was like, dude, if I go down there, I don't want to do. That's not what I want to do.
I don't think.
I want to go. If I'm going on vacation, I don't want to also be up in a helicopter with a fucking machine gun, killing things.
I'd like to kill a hog with like a prison shank.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Good luck with that.
A very expensive prison shank that I have made in prison and smuggled out to me.
Yeah.
For some reason to kill a hog.
Now you're gonna have to go to one of these counties.
You look a hog in the eyes when you kill it. You don't sit up in a you don't sit up in a helicopter.
Look a hog in the eyes when I bang it.
Right, all the time. Any interaction you have with a hog, you want it to be as soulful as possible.
And you have to you have to make sure there's eye contact, or that thing will go fucking ballistic on you.
Right, exactly. They get offended very easily.
They do, man. People don't realize how sensitive of an animal hogs are.
I do believe
they're very
that
emotionally.
I think that's true, though,
fragile.
isn't it? That they have like a very wide identifiable emotional range. And
there it is. Yes.
Let's see. Now, what's the next part of the script? Oh, okay. That's it. Let's see. Here we are. Music plays accidentally for probably third time. First time that we've heard it.
Good.
But no. Yeah, no, anyways, you don't shoot them from a helicopter. You get down and you
fight them.
You get on their level and you prove.
I mean, a sword would be cool.
You prove who's top dog, yeah. Too bad we don't have any swords around here. That's another development. So people have been asking, what is our rank? If we're assigning generals and things like that are going on. Who are we? Commanders, we're a lot of stuff. But another thing is that we've decided that we're lords.
We're lords.
So you can...
We're lords... with swords.
You can refer to us as Lord Tom and Lord Vinny when you call up to check in as a general or whatever.
In fact, on that note, let me just cue the music again.
There we go. Now, next.
Yeah.
I stumbled upon a little Wikipedia page.
What did you find?
And it is just entitled, quaintly, white people. Now, I can't remember what I was doing, why this happened, but I discovered there was just a white people Wikipedia, and I thought we could read it together. And that maybe I'm just acting on blind faith here, but I just figured this would spawn some type of,
some sort of conversation.
Tom's a landowner now, which is really the first, requirement of being a lord, I think, in the first place.
And
right?
a white person.
We should probably look up the definition of lord. Yeah, but no. So Tom is going to be like, the angry old white landowner in response to this liberal Wikipedia page.
Yes.
So do you want to start off? I'm going to pull it up here too.
Sure. Well, it looks like the title: White People. Mm-hmm. Whites.
Now let's pretend we just didn't know what that meant.
Redirect here.
Yeah. What?
For other users, see white disambiguation, white man disambiguation, white woman, blah blah blah. White people. Mm-hmm. White is a racialized classification of people and a skin color specifier, generally used for people of European origin, although the definition can vary depending on context, nationality, and point of view. Well, that doesn't seem like it's a very solid footing already.
Already we're on shaky ground.
The definition can vary. The context, okay. Nationality, okay. Point of view.
I mean...
Well, that is a very open...
Yeah. Are we already getting into the territory of like, well, you're culturally white or not?
I don't... Yeah, it doesn't make... I mean...
Who the hell edits this? Oh, anyone?
Everyone. Yeah. We'll go in and edit this sometime live on Radioville.
Yeah, you know what? Does it still even work that way? Because you used to be able to just change stuff.
Yeah, you could just do it. Yeah.
Can you?
I don't know. No, I'm saying it used to
be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
Just
started entering a bunch of fantastical lies about myself all over Wikipedia when I was like 24. They're probably all gone.
Yeah, I never did that. I remember learning about it and I was like, oh, this would be funny, and then I was like, what do I?
We'll check. If I can remember some in the break, maybe we'll see if we can pull some of them.
Yeah.
We'll see if mine are still there. But anyways, go on.
All right. In the United States, this term has at times been expanded to encompass persons of Mexican, South Asian, West Asian, and North African descent.
African, huh?
Yeah, persons who are often considered non-white in other contexts in the United States. In the United States, it has also been alleged that Jews and people from Southern European or even Irish descent have been excluded from this category, although this idea has been contested.
Yeah, since when are Irish people not white? Now, we did have a period back, say...
You did?
Yeah,
welcome to 2020, folks.
We spent a lot of time together. You did, too.
Yeah.
We're on the same cycle.
Yeah.
No,
we
did have a period in the United States, like, before people had categorized, and into these broad categories like white, and where every nationality was different, and like
and also
the Irish were like the shitty ones, I guess, or whatever.
And let's just be honest, at that time there was a little more of a filthy thing going on where some people weren't considered people.
Oh, sure.
So
yeah,
and Irish, I would say, probably put themselves in there with their actions.
Yeah, it was their fault. Yeah,
let's just be honest. We all know Irish people. I got them in my family,
and
I'm a quarter. Actually, I'm a lot Irish, to be honest.
Are you?
Yeah,
I got a little bit, but
I got a lot.
That's okay. I mean, it's
not a great native Irish like a Latino Irish combination. It's just like
it's weird that you can't handle your looks.
I was going to
sometimes.
say and that I have a fiery temper. Like what horse?
Yeah.
How would I not want to fight my entire life? What the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, that's it. Always made sense to me.
Just get blackout, wasted, and break things for no reason. Yeah.
It made all the sense in the world.
No, so okay,
the usage of white people, or a white race, for a large group of mainly or exclusively European populations, defined by their light skin, among other physical characteristics, and contrasting with black, red, brown, yellow, and other colored people or persons of color, originated in the 17th century.
Really?
Until the end of the 18th century, Europeans also described peoples of East Asia as white.
Sure. I remember reading some like old literature a while back that I forget what the fuck it was, but it was from the 1800s, and it was talking about how Middle Easterners and Asians were technically Caucasians and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the Middle Easterners...
Some people thought that, but...
Yeah, well, the Asians...
Well, if you watch Forensic Files, right, what's the first thing they do when they find a body or a skeleton? They identify the gender, and then it's either... Negroid, Caucasoid, or Mongoloid.
Yes.
Which then Mongoloid just became like some people started
using
confusing
it for the
that
word.
Well, yeah, because it just sounds like a stupid guy, but it's not. It's actually Asiatic, right?
Yeah, it sounds like Mongol. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mongoloid, Negroid, and Caucasoid were like all the three.
Right. So the Asians are not the same as the Caucasoids, then?
No, but there's overlap. I think we're the Caucasus Mountains because these are the one like the mountains going into the U.S. the former USSR, like the Kazakhstan and Dagestan and all
the
of these
gateway to
places.
Prosperity, as they call it.
Yeah, the land of the soft. Mm-hmm. The real pussies come out of that area of the world.
Yeah, just all windmills and fucking wooden shoes. Oh, wait a second.
And fucking whistling.
Yeah. That's how mad would Russians be if they thought if they thought that that's what Americans thought of Russia? You and your Amsterdam and your wooden shoes.
Like, this is not us. You're American. Yeah. But yeah, like the Dagestani people, man, because they are white. But most of them are Muslim. The Dagestani fighters have proliferated inside of the MMA world for the last probably 5 to 8 years. And they are like some of the most fucking brutal physical fighters.
Is that an area in Russia?
Yeah, Dagestan.
So like eastern, one of those confusing areas.
It's Western Russia. It's
Western.
It's Western Russia, but it's like I say, I think it's going into Kazakhstan, but that's the thing is the Cossacks, right?
So it's just like a brutal.
But
area
those are the Caucasus Mountains. Yeah, I mean they're fucking mountain people, and they're just warlike. But there's this dude, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and he retired a couple years ago now, but he was at his prime. He just retired because his father died, who was like his trainer for his whole life. And he had promised his mother.
Seems like he could find a new trainer.
But no, he had promised his mother that he would quit fighting when his father passed, and he like literally just did. And he's one of the only fighters to come in and go. He was like 30-0. He went, got the belt. Literally nobody could fucking do anything with this
because he didn't fight me.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll never know.
Yeah, I mean it's probably look. One can only posit the question. and ponder.
Beat the shit out of him and take his wooden shoes.
I know. What's your last name? Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
Oh, are you a whistler?
Not gonna fight in this league anymore. That's your name.
Yeah. You're not gonna like what happens in this one, pal.
Just clapping him on his ears with his wooden shoes.
Dude, his ears would probably hurt your hands.
Yeah, I know.
Those ears were like,
those guys are scary. I was watching just like stare downs or something a week or two ago, and I'm just thinking about like, man, some of these guys have this fucking animal like presence that it's like a wolf looking at you, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was imagining like, all right, what if I was in a situation where this guy was mad at me and I had to try not to look like a pussy? Very difficult. I mean, these people are fucking scary sometimes.
Let me go and look at Khabib. Let's just get a quick picture of
a little
Khabib.
audible, a little going off script here. Well, let me just write it in.
This is what he always wore.
I'm going to go down to my stenographer's.
This is what he always wore. As far as his.
I just want to make sure we have a transcript.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He always wore this thing, and I always thought he was being an idiot, but.
Is that some traditional?
It is. It's their war headdress.
Okay.
I thought he was trying to get attention and stuff when he first came in the league and just started decimating people.
He's fur of yak.
But yeah, he doesn't look like, he'd be mean. He actually isn't. He's like a super nice, you know what I mean, respectful.
Looks like a pussy. Fucking sissy, dude.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Bitch ass.
I've said it before.
White dude.
Some of those guys though, you do see that and you're like, man. Like,
there's no reason for him to be mean.
140 pounds and like
yeah,
they look like a fucking office worker.
He fought at 155, but he walked around at like 180.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But like they all do that. They cut fucking 40 pounds.
Is
like,
it all
30 pounds? And shit.
I always wondered. So when they're trying to get to a certain weight before the fight, you know, they're fucking puking and shitting and doing whatever they got to do.
Yeah,
and
mostly just puking and shitting.
Well, I'm sure there's all kinds of fucking questionable things that they can do, to cut or gain weight or whatever they have to do. But when so they're in that condition, what, like a day beforehand, or how long is it till the fight that they have to make the weight? Do you know?
Yes. How long do they have?
Yeah.
They're usually 6 weeks in a camp.
Oh, so they can feel better again after they fucking.
Oh no! They have to weigh in like a day before the fight, and then they rehydrate. Yeah, they're like almost dead.
That's like a brutal thing to go through every single time they do it. So
it's terrible. They're literally like there's been a few people that have like had to not fight because their kidneys shut down.
Oh,
and so they just go to the hospital and like almost die.
But so at that skill level, does like a minor difference in weight really matter that much? You know what I mean? Is it like?
Yeah, it's a bit. Well, there's debate about that.
Yeah.
So the one thing goes, say you walk around at 165 and you're fighting at 145. So you shed that weight. It's all water weight. Basically, what you're doing is dehydrating yourself. You're starving yourself and everything.
That's what I mean. So how the fuck can you go like perform at an elite athletic event?
Dude,
like
a lot of these guys, they'll weigh in, and then within like 3 hours, they've gained like 15 pounds because they just go and eat and drink But so then the thing is like if that other dude lost less weight and only can go, say you're bumping up to 160 the night of the fight, and this other dude's at 150. Well, you're bigger, you have more size, you have more power, you have just, you know what I mean? So, but then there's another thing is if you already are just a regular 155er and this guy's having to cut all this weight down, cut 25 pounds the night before the fight, you know what I mean? You're just in better condition all around.
Dude.
So you're just a 155er, but yeah, so there's debate on that. Some people don't cut weight, it's very few. Yeah. But anyways.
You know what my thing would be if I was training these guys? I would probably just have them focus on healthy eating and meditation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of them do.
And then not have all that stress right before you get up there. And then
people that argue like
and then you get into the octagon and just go, oh, fuck, I don't know how to fight.
Yeah, oh, shit. Oh, this guy's coming at me.
And then you just see me disappearing with a briefcase of cash.
Where's my trainer?
Yeah, I'm going.
What up, super spreaders? It's me, your boy. All right, Katie.
All right, nice. General Katie checking in.
General Critchlow. Oh, he knows the Caucasus Mountains, but not the American states. Communist.
Yeah.
What's up, Connie? What's up, Eric? What's up, Justin in here? Hey there, Madre. Cool.
I used to have a friend named Trix that in one time I remember in the same conversation he explained scientifically what a quark was.
A quark?
A quark.
Oh, a quark.
Which is like a subatomic particle. And
yeah, you're getting real small at that point.
And then, like, 2 seconds later, didn't know who Jerry Garcia was and had never heard of him. It's weird how specific people's knowledge can be, you know?
I could probably break down a quark a bit, but let's not.
No. We've done our pseudoscience
many times.
Douchebaggery enough.
Yeah.
We'll give you guys a little break on that. Do you want to do the Trump NRA rally thing? Were we in the middle of something and I just did that?
Well, we were just doing white people. I was just
the white people thing.
Yeah, we can flash back to the white people.
Yeah.
Anytime
I don't know. I figured that might be kind of fun to do.
Yeah, why not? Let's go over and look at more white people. Yes. Folks, this is why you come to us, right?
Like I said,
pardon me, that was a very white guy thing to do. I'm sorry.
That was.
Dude, that is funny. In
that
kitchens,
did represent
if you
privilege
belch,
to me.
Dude, Mexicans, South Americans and shit, they fucking think you're disgusting if you belch.
I mean, I think
they're
you're
just
disgusting.
like,
I wouldn't belch on the mic.
Gene.
I've probably done that before a lot, huh?
Probably, yeah, a lot.
No. Yeah, okay.
The National Association of Black Journalists recommend that the W in white people be capitalized in 2020. The AP style book says that the W should not be capitalized.
Hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
National Association of Black Journalists, what do you have to do with any of this? Recommended that the W in white be capitalized?
I've been hearing that, actually. Like, people say white capital, like they'll say white capital W or something, and I never really knew.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know what you're talking
about. What sort of racial trickery is this?
What's happening?
I don't know about that, because I'm not identifying right off the bat the thing that's wrong with it, but
it sounds annoying.
Just the fact that they want it to be that. I'm a
just
little...
not just the fact that anyone wants it to be that.
What are you trying to do?
I don't care
to
who
us?
it is. If it, it would actually be more annoying if it was the National Association of White Journalists.
Yeah,
that would actually be more annoying to me.
And I'm surprised they didn't beat him to the.
Yeah, I mean they probably were pissed. Like, Gah!
So the National Association of Black Journalists recommended the W in white be capitalized. We're gonna keep an eye on that as that unfolds here on Radioville Population. Concept of a unified white race did not achieve universal acceptance. Oh, we already did that part, didn't we?
No, in Europe.
Oh, in Europe until the 17th century or in centuries afterwards. Nazi Germany, we all remember them, regarded some European peoples, such as Slavs, as racially distinct from themselves. Yeah, the Slavs didn't have it easy.
No, they
That's
didn't.
for
and
damn
don't.
Sure. No.
Right now, to be honest.
I mean, their name is just slaves.
Yeah, put the E back in and just, you understand.
Stop beating around the bush.
Yeah.
Why doesn't the National Association of Black Journalists ask that the Slavs put the E back in their name? If you want to get involved in a cause that's worth your fucking effort and time, put the E back in Slavs.
Now, Radioville doesn't necessarily... agree with all the viewpoints that Radioville puts forth.
The network is going to run a disclaimer,
Yeah. I need to add a disclaimer on this so I can have a ticker of a disclaimer anytime something's
so
going on.
So that you can keep your livelihood.
Yeah, so I don't get fucking hold on a second here. Let's just see who's this. Hello, you're live on the air with Hamid Vidi. What's going on?
Yes, hello. This is Maurice with the National Black Association. Something about white people. I just wanted to let you know we're not worried about them Slavs because we're too busy worrying about you crazy white people stealing fire extinguishers. All right?
Oh, that makes sense. All right. Thank you for clearing this up, Maurice.
We'll contact you later.
All right. Thanks, Maurice.
I've heard better. Okay. Let's see. Where do we leave off here?
The all term, going to fucking
the term
employment hell.
Yeah, I know, dude. I've had a few questionable friend requests recently where I'm like, because now I'm back in more of a professional network and environment and stuff, and I've had a few requests that I'm like, oh man, and then I scroll back through my Facebook page of the past few years of having no fucking need to do anything for anyone, and
being yourself,
just being my complete and utter psychotic self. And I'm like, dude, if they look through this, man,
you're fucked.
Yeah, these are like squares. They're like normal people, and it would just, a lot of the stuff I say and do would just look so insane,
Yeah.
It's like a video of me climbing a tower on top of the police station. Like, just shit that they could never even imagine, and would assume that since I'm allowed in a room with them that I would never do,
But, yeah, I think a lot of people would be very shocked at some of the stupid shit I've done.
Oh my god!
I mean,
man.
very shocked.
Yeah, I know.
In fact, some of it I won't ever disclose.
Can't.
No.
All right.
So prior to the modern age, no European peoples. No European peoples regarded themselves as white, but rather defined their race, ancestry, or ethnicity in terms of their nationality. Moreover, there is no accepted standard for determining the geographic barrier between white and non-white people. I don't know what this voice is, but I like it. Contemporary anthropologists and other scientists, while recognizing the reality of biological variation between different human populations, regard the concept of a unified, distinguishably white race as socially constructed.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, me too.
We're all just members of the human race.
Yes, there we go. And now we're out.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. We did enough on the white people thing. I just thought it was funny that there's a white people Wikipedia.
It's just,
I figured
it's funny.
Do something with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and let's get into the real meat. Now that we've driven away all those pesky
people,
looky-loos, we'll actually do a show. Trump, let's see, what is it? He's doing a rally, an NRA rally. Oh God, I have too many things. Where is it?
Yeah, same.
Sorry, we're gonna find.
We got it. No worries.
Oh,
no worries, baby.
Guns are banned during Trump's upcoming speech at the NRA conference. Former President Donald Trump is scheduled to speak at the national. Like everybody that writes an article, do you need the phrase "former President Donald Trump"? Like how many times has that been written?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, is that?
It is odd too because aren't most presidents like they just call them president?
Or just say his name. Here's what you need to do. If you're talking about someone whose name is coincidentally also Donald Trump, but isn't former President Donald Trump, then you say
distinction.
Local plumber and theater enthusiast Donald Trump of Canton, Ohio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is not
now that's a nice guy.
Right. Now he sounds nice. You know what? I just made him up. I'd love to meet him.
Mm-hmm. Hey, call in.
That's like, yeah.
Call in if you're out there.
I'm just morphing into a politician. Now I don't care much for this Donald Trump. I care for the local 101 union organizer
out of Canton, Ohio.
Yeah, whatever. And
Donald P. Trump.
Now that's my type of people.
All right. Former President Donald Trump is scheduled to speak at the National Rifle Association's annual leadership forum on Friday. But audience members at the group's annual meeting being held this year in Houston won't be able to carry guns during his address. Now, first of all,
are you normally allowed to
I don't know. I mean, it is the NRA. I would think that just on principle, everyone would have a gun on their hip.
Well, but like anywhere there's a former president,
but that's the
anywhere
thing
near there, are you allowed to?
So I saw a lot of people. I saw a lot of people pointing to this as like a stark, hypocrisy. In that, it's the NRA thing, and that he supports the NRA, and that they never back down on their no gun control kind of thing, or whatever. But then other people were pointing out, well, that's because the Secret Service and a former president are going to be there, so it's just legally.
Yeah,
it's not like
it's an NRA
It's not a choice.
Policy.
It's not their choice. If it was their choice, they'd all be rooting and tooting and firing into the fucking air. Let's just be honest. It'd be Yosemite Sam in a 1976 Looney Tunes.
Right, yeah.
Just and feet off the floor.
Bunch of people just getting hit in the head with bullets and coming down. But I've heard they won't kill you. Coming down from the sky.
We'll have to run that experiment.
I've fired guns into the air so many times, and I've never been able to catch the bullet when it comes back down.
No. I'm at 100%.
I've even used binoculars and shit to try to keep an eye on it. I can't get it.
I can't even see a golf ball when I hit it.
I was so then
so there's that.
I figured I might not have enough room, so I actually went over.
What?
Nothing. Yeah, I don't even want to say what I was going to say. It's just about going somewhere where I had more room to shoot, and it was going to get real dark. I can't even. Yeah, okay. So the conference is going ahead in the shadow of Tuesday's mass shooting at Uvalde, Texas Elementary School, where they probably have a bunch of room. That killed at least 21 people, including 19 students. According to the NRA, the Secret Service is taking control of the hall during Trump's speech, blah, 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 all right, yeah, so they're just whatever. They're going to ban guns at this rally. There we go. And it is
kind of funny that the NRA is not allowing guns.
It is one of those ways that politics manifests in a funny little quirky way.
Idiocracy of sorts.
So and a lot of people are obviously saying they shouldn't cancel this rally and blah blah blah. But if you had to cancel an event anytime there was gun violence,
in the U.S.,
yeah, that's just it's all year long in every corner
just saw.
of this great
did you
land.
see the amount of shootings and deaths over the Memorial Day weekend?
Oh, it's
here in
always.
Chicago?
Oh no! What?
Oh.
Here, should I pull it up? Real quick?
Yeah, you can pull it up. Let's look at a quick stat, folks.
Okay, yeah. But see, nobody really cares when. So the normal churning, always going on gun violence mostly revolves around the drug trade.
Yeah, gangs.
And right? I mean,
and also, just like impoverished neighborhoods, which we've established do not have to be violent, because we took a look at Curious Joel last week, which is the poorest community in the country, and I didn't think that they had a lot of gun violence. But needless, that's not really part of this. But it always does seem to correlate with impoverished inner city.
Well, I know, but that's also one of those like half thoughts that people say a lot. That's like, well, it's poverty causes crime, but the majority of gun crime is not committed by somebody with no money trying to get more money from someone.
No,
you know what I mean? It's usually committed with people that are part of an extremely lucrative lucrative trade,
a drug trade.
I mean, that's the that's the majority of murders in big cities. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's always an argument. We could touch on that a little. I've never understood that. Like, I understand that our foreign policy has been less than perfect over the years, and that we kind of have our boot on the throats of many economies, but such as Mexico. And this has always been, that we've propped up, corrupt leaders, and that we've done things just so that our country is gaining, and kind of kept everyone else down.
Yeah, but that's just haven't you ever played Risk? That's what you're supposed to do.
I mean, that's what world domination is all about.
Right, yeah.
But I've never understood the assumed correlation with that. If you put someone in a spot like that, then they have to be violent, because cartels are not poor. Cartels are extremely fucking rich.
Right.
And to the idea that people would not be greedy if they were, if they had more, that's not the case. There's tons of greedy, fucking unscrupulous pieces of shit that are doing really well.
I mean, yeah. I mean, an obvious comparison would be the
Donald J. Trump,
well, or just like weapons manufacturers and trade, and all of the links that they have in politics that we've all known for decades ends up playing a big role in foreign policy and decision making.
Yeah,
so I mean, it's like
many people would say
those people are
Ukrainian
not hurting for money.
conflict.
They're just doing what they do. It's like the old fable.
Yeah,
of the scorpion and the frog.
Yeah.
You know this. And for anyone that doesn't know, basically the scorpion is trying. Yeah, just go look it up. We don't have time. Yeah. The scorpion is trying to
things to get to here.
Get across the river, and a frog. Jesus
Christ!
A
dense fog comes over the lake.
Right, and out of the fog comes one of those little ribbit things.
An amphibian.
It's like a tadpole that grows up and. Whatever
it's called.
So it comes and it sits next to the scorpion, and the scorpion says, "Hey, how do you think you'd like to give me a ride across the river on your back?" And the little animal thing says, "No, if I do that, you'll sting me." Scorpion says, "What in the hell are you talking about, amphibian? What do you mean? If I stung you, you'd die, and I would drown, and then we'd both be screwed." And the animal says, "Okay, well." I guess that makes sense. Hop on. And they go about halfway across, and the scorpion raises its tail, plunges its stinger into the thin amphibious skin of that mysterious creature.
Yes.
And his last words as he's sinking below the water, he says, "But now you've killed us both. Why would you ever do such a thing?" And the scorpion says, "Because I am a scorpion, and it is my nature." Now, why did I say that?
I don't remember.
I can't remember what
I don't know, but it was very illuminating. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was very illuminating. No, because the weapons manufacturers.
Oh, right.
This is just what they do, and it's not. I'm not saying that it's the correct thing to do. I'm just saying. My point was impoverished conditions do not necessarily lead to greed. In fact, hasn't there been studies on like hunter-gatherer?
Look at Jesus.
Civilizations that have been studied and are like the happiest and most least greedy societies on the planet because they just don't give a fuck.
If they measure by like the trappings of modern society in large population centers of depression and shit, and it's like, yeah, you don't have like a lot of time to be depressed if you're just fucking pulling porcupines out of holes and shit, and like you know,
fending off cobras.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Making
banging lizards,
making some new gloves out of cobra skin. That'd be cool.
Banging monitor lizards. We don't know, but whatever you're doing.
I mean, you don't have TV. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
So yeah, where the hell were we here? I
don't know. I feel like we've just been.
You wanted me to look? No, we've been going somewhere. 51 people shot over Memorial Day weekend in Chicago. The most violent in
51.
Yeah, 51
Jesus
people.
Christ! I think there was like 16 deaths, right?
Let's see. Chicago experienced its most violent Memorial Day weekend in 5 years. 9 killed, 42 wounded, despite stepped-up police patrols and a focus on neighborhood programs that city officials hoped would provide peaceful alternatives. Yeah.
To what? Killing?
Get them to play basketball. They'll like that.
That's How about we all crochet?
Right. Yeah. That's no
need to kill.
Do you want to go make $1,100 in a day? Or do you want to come to this after school program?
Yeah.
You know.
Let me think on that.
Yeah. Right.
Just fucking shut it.
About half of those shot were on the west side. Most of them were in a single police district, the 11th, where there were 2 mass shootings on Sunday. So, okay, did we hear about either of those?
No, because now they're classifying. So there's
a mass shooting. I think is 4 or more people shot.
Yes.
Right. So
now. This is a distinction that some people are wanting to make as well, me included, because there's statistics that people say. General Box, yeah, that's nice. That's
hello,
funny.
Welcome to the chat, General Box.
Yes, but yeah, there's a lot of statistics that are always bandied about. I mean, yes, I said it again. But one of them is like that. There's they quote this like there's hundreds of mass shootings every year, and it's like. There is, but
not the kind you guys are worried about.
Yes, exactly. Like,
don't worry, it's mostly black people.
Yeah, like they don't talk about that. They don't talk about like, inner city. Of course, a gunfight is technically going to be a mass shooting, but it's not.
The way we got here in the beginning was like people are of course going to call for like, oh, the NRA should cancel all their stuff and blah 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 in the wake of this shooting. But like I said, this stuff is going on. They're having an event every week, and every week there's a shitload of people in minority communities affected by gun violence that you're never really hearing much about, except in broad statistics and stuff like that. So again, I'm just pointing out, like, people really only give a shit when it's one of these like big sensational ones. Yeah. It's the everyday churning, never stopping gun violence it doesn't
garner the clicks.
And again, because the clear answer to that is ending drug prohibition. That's just it couldn't be clearer. You know what I mean? You'll still have the suicides, you'll still have the crimes of passion, whatever.
Yes.
But I mean, the majority of statistically, the majority of gun violence is gang related. That's just I think it's like 70% or something. If you go by
it's
FBI
territorial.
statistics,
it is. Yeah, and and the other thing is I don't like the fact that talking about it is somehow. Attempted to be framed as racism now. It's like, well, no.
Well, I
don't think that's like if it. Look, I would.
I think it's racist to not talk about it.
That's what the thing is. Like, how do you solve something without talking about it truthfully? I don't get that.
If you only care when like people in an affluent community are gunned down, or like I know there was the one where all the black people were shot a few weeks ago.
Buffalo, New York.
But there you have like that's a racially motivated, sensational story. So of course that's going to take off. But you know what I mean? Like it's just
it doesn't garner the media attention when it is just a drive-by in Inglewood.
Right,
nobody gives a fuck.
Constantly.
But here's the thing: is I do give a fuck.
Right.
Because first of all,
it affects a lot of people that aren't involved.
Exactly.
Too. I mean, imagine all the people growing up around that don't want any part of it. You know?
And they're
And if you legalized all drugs, which I know some people still think is insane, but you're insane. You're an idiot. If you legalized all drugs, there's no doubt in my mind that you'd have a massive reduction in gun violence.
Of course.
Massive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
without much difference in addiction or overdose either. I honestly do believe that.
Yeah.
I think the statistics bear it out in places where it's been tried, but
yeah, I know. It's not like Farmer John that has 70 guns in his fucking house in Wisconsin that is going on. I mean, and here's the thing: it could be, I mean, there's a reason that going postal became a term that
Sure.
meant fucking going in and shooting up your work.
That was so 90s.
It was so
Going
90s,
postal,
but
yeah.
it was like a white dude going to the post office.
Well,
and
no, it was
shooting up.
specifically postal workers.
That's, but there was, and then it started being a trend.
Now, many of the United States postal workers are perfectly gruntled, but a few were disgruntled and came back and shot the place up.
Yes,
It was
and
a
went
trend, yeah.
postal. But yeah, so of course you're going to have the and the question, I guess, is can you curb this by simply disarming the entire population? I don't think logistically you can even do that at this point, as there are more guns than people in this country. But that is, and the people that are pro, gun control always say that's not what we're trying. They say we just want common sense, reform.
Dude, it amazes me how many people just can't take the next logical step in going, okay, like we have a lot of really super cool Democrat and leftist friends.
Yes.
They're artsy and fucking forward thinking and amazing.
Absolutely.
Fucking,
Open-minded
so
and accepting and loving and
yeah,
smart and yeah.
just amazing people. And they'll so often overlook the aspect of you are putting all of your faith, trust, and all of the power in the hands of the federal government, which is something that if I talk to you just as a guy, you would claim to not be a lockstep supporter of Uncle Sam. You know what I mean? Of course. You wouldn't claim to be some kind of patriot.
In
some
fact,
kind of
most
fucking,
of those people, yeah, exactly. Most of those people are kind of, think that the whole system is broken. It should be torn down. You know what I mean? That's most of those.
But they have this
But for some reason,
completely conflicting and dissonant viewpoint that like the government should confiscate guns. Or if they're not going to say that, it's
or confiscate the means of production.
Even
if
you're saying that there should be like stricter checks or background, whatever, or waiting periods and stuff, you're putting that job in the hands of
a government agency,
of the biggest murderers and liars who ever existed in the face of the fucking planet.
Yeah.
The federal government.
Every federal government.
All
governments.
The whole concept of it. So I mean, that's the thing. It's like I know so many people like that are like today. I saw a local musician friend of mine, and old friend of the family. But when he shares stuff politically, I'm always just thinking like, dude, you're like a Nazi in the 30s.
Statist.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you're a complete statist. And he's sharing this thing of like, this only takes 1 minute to do. Watch this. It's so easy. It's a complaint form you can send to the IRS to complain that the NRA should not be tax exempt.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, first of all,
okay.
Second, why do you give a fuck what if they're paying
because that's the enemy.
It's just a way to get them.
Yes. Remember that video I did a few weeks ago? It was John Cleese explaining how to be a radical or whatever. If you want to be a left radical, then you hate these people. If you want to be a radical on the right, then you hate these people. And everyone hates the the middle man.
Right.
They all hate the fucking guy in the middle. That's just like, hey, let's
the guy
all
with
just
common sense.
It's like, it doesn't matter anymore. It's such a team sport on the right too. Well, I mean, I'm not giving them any. But it's
another way. It's like
means.
If you're going like, they remove their. Okay, so you want to take their money and give it to the federal government, you fucking cocksucker. What the fuck is wrong? You know what I mean? Like, what is wrong with you?
I don't know. I've never understood this argument myself.
Whatever happened to people having some kind of honor and in intent and consistency in philosophy? You know what I mean?
Consistency is really intellectual consistency.
Does no one care about that? It's just complete petty, fucking childish. Like,
apparently not. No, they don't.
Country of 6-year-olds. That all think they're so fucking clever. I saw so many people sharing that thing today. Like, let's get them. Let's the 501c3 and everyone now knows codes and shit. Shut up, fucking. Just the intelligentsia, the fucking pseudo informed. I mean, they just keep getting more.
Well, they just keep getting more and more segmented and more dug into their current ideological viewpoint, and then anything that comes up that opposes that is obviously some sort of a conspiracy or a lie or a misinformation, and it's like, okay, but if you think that, then you're cutting off.
But you also have to admit to your fucking sycophantic obsession.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
With authority, because that's who you are. If you have those viewpoints, you're not some cool artist. You're not a fucking free thinker.
No,
you're a government worshiping cocksucker, and I'm sick of these people.
Yeah,
I'm everyone I fucking know. I don't know.
I'm with you, man. No,
it's probably why nobody watches this show.
Yeah, honestly,
like all I know is those people.
Yeah, we'll get the word out to the free thinkers out there, won't we?
Yeah.
So the people are hungry for the truth.
But then anyway, so we went through the NRA thing. I don't know if you got any other points on that, whatever.
Well, this is one thing that I found sort of alarming. Let's go over here to
Oh, and also I'm going to see if I can figure out what they said. There was 2 mass shootings in Chicago, right?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find out what that was.
This was a video that I thought was a bit concerning. And this is of old President Biden. Let me just get that out of there and get this. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is Biden being asked a couple questions on his way into a meeting with Republicans, I believe, to try and negotiate some sort of solution to the current epidemic of gun violence in the U.S. Now, let's take a listen.
Welcome back, everybody. The president speaking now.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like his voice.
No, that's him.
Sounds better. By the way, yeah, just do the interview next to the running helicopter.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
This is great.
Whatever happened to when they put a coat over his head and rush him away because the fucking blades are gonna suck him in or whatever? Yeah, go ahead.
Since I haven't spoken to them, I don't know, but my guess is if they have yes, I think they're gonna have to take a hard look.
Is there one element? Is it age? Is it red flag? Is it some component that you think could be most successful now?
Well, that's hard to say because I've not been negotiating with any of the Republicans yet. And I deliberately did not engage in a debate about that with any Republicans when we were down consoling the families in Texas.
What the fuck is this guy talking about?
I don't know what is the most, how far it goes. I know that it makes no sense to be able to purchase something that can fire up to 300 rounds. I know it makes, and I know what happened when we...
Oh, really? Hold on.
Yeah,
Then why do you have a military armed with millions of those things that you can't imagine a purpose for them?
No.
Correct?
Of course.
But okay, but we just purchased 7,000 more.
And we just
morning.
sent thousands over to a country to aid them in fending off.
Right? Yeah.
to arm the civilians to fend off an army. An encroaching army.
Look, violence makes sense in other countries.
Yes.
Not here though.
No.
Of
course not. Obviously.
Rational action before, back in the Congo, which is the law that got passed. It did significantly cut down mass murder. And so there's only one reason for something that can fire, 100 shots.
Okay, first of all, another statistic I remember from when I used to have these arguments constantly, even most mass shootings are going to be committed by handguns.
With a gun, yeah. I mean a pistol, yeah.
Yeah. That because again, a mass shooting only means that like 4 people were hit by bullets, right?
Yes.
Which we say only, but that can happen in a driveway pretty easily with somebody or a drive-by. Sorry, or a drive-by at a driveway.
Yeah,
I'm sure that
at
happens.
a drive-in.
You know what I mean? Or at a drive-in. Yeah.
We don't know.
But no. The thing is,
the vast majority of gun violence in this country is done by handguns.
It's always this way of talking to, and I guess most people are just kind of checked out to the point that they just hear that and go, oh, of course, yeah. Assault ban,
there is no reason.
Assault weapons ban means less deaths. Has to, right?
Yeah.
Boom. All right, but it's the same type of trickery they do, like when Bernie Sanders was on the run. I almost said was campaigning, was running
on the trail.
Yeah, he was on the trail, and he would made this whole tour going, I want to violence in inner city neighborhoods, and I think legalizing marijuana is the first step. I'm like, no, cocaine, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And it would be like, his
this
whole misdirection of like, watch me help legalize marijuana because I care about black people, because that's what's gonna stop the violence in your neighborhood, is all those weed dealers shooting each other.
That's who it is.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's all the hippies.
But it's always this stuff that sounds on the face like it's trying to help, but it means nothing. It's just, now, is anyone in our audience not on board with the fact that the government should not be? Does anybody want to call up and argue with us and take the unfortunate position that will be easily defeated, that the government should have the power to be doing gun confiscations or anything like that? Yeah, put the number up for anyone that might want to get in on the conversation. Of 061 pi.
Let's just hold on.
I'll just conclude with this. Look, when I first started doing hearings on the issue of what rational gun laws should be, it was during a period when I was a senator and the death rate was going up. Not that many more people were being shot, but the death rate was up. And I went, I think it was, I'm not sure, I think it was Trauma Hospital in New York, whatever the largest trauma hospital is.
He's saying guns got more effective, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I said, what's the difference? Why are so many people?
I don't think we should be listening to this much longer.
I know. Well, there's a point though here.
I said, why are they
Hold the mic closer to his mouth. Like, this entire operation is a piece of shit.
X-ray.
So here.
He said a 22 caliber bullet will lodge in a lung, and we can probably get it out, may be able to get it and save the life. A 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body. So the idea of these high caliber weapons is there's simply no rational basis for it in terms of about self-protection, hunting.
Okay, so what he's saying here is there's no rational reason to own anything above a 22 caliber weapon.
Right. Yeah. Which is fine if you're fighting an army of squirrels.
Yes,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? But like if you're trying to shoot a full-grown man,
you're gonna have a tough time with a 22.
I saw there's a classic episode of Cops from years ago where some guy got shot with a 32 and he's wearing like Dickies work pants. Did I say 30? I meant 22. And he's wearing like Dickies work pants. And was shot.
And it helped.
He said no. He said he was shot from like 20 feet away, and the bullet fucking bounced off his leg, dude.
Yeah.
Which something was probably wrong with that gun. But,
probably old bullets.
But still,
old bullets. But yeah. So what I'm getting from this is again the idea that that it's not if you're going after anything above a 22 caliber. Well, that's almost any fucking hunting rifle. That's almost any,
I mean, it's a lot of.
It's everything.
It's almost every gun.
Yeah, it's everything. Yeah, aside from and a lot of people would say, well, that will never happen. You know what I mean? You're paranoid. Da da da.
But like we talk about how many things have happened that when we were kids, people would have said, no way, not possible in America.
And this, well, you know what? We're almost at break time here, so we'll just end it on this. But this is Supreme Chancellor Justin Trudeau in Canada.
Do you want me to grab music for break?
Yeah, sure.
I'm having computer problems over here. I'll see if I can do it.
Oh, that's fine. I could play some from over here.
Or you could just put on like those old commercials.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Supreme Chancellor Trudeau up in Canada. Let's hear what he's having to say this past.
We're introducing legislation to implement a national freeze on handgun ownership. What this means is that it will no longer be possible to buy, sell, transfer, or import handguns anywhere in Canada. In other words, we're capping the market for handguns.
In other words, the U.S. is about to become the Mexico of guns.
By increasing maximum criminal penalties and providing more tools for law enforcement to investigate firearm crimes.
Yeah, so that's basic gist of that. So apparently Canada is trying to take all guns now.
So that's like a member of some sort of royal family, I assume, just making decrees, or
Yes.
is that a democratically elected official?
I don't know,
because it reads like royalty to me.
Yeah,
when they make proclamations and such. You know what I mean?
Especially to disarm a population.
That
just always seems a little weird. It's never. I don't think there's ever been a good. I mean, some people would say like Australia and Britain.
Look at the fucking draconian state they've lived under since the COVID shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
so they didn't have. I mean, they. And
it's not like they were all going to just go out and fucking start shooting cops or something. But
I don't know.
They would have had the option.
Yeah.
And they didn't anymore. Like there's no recourse.
At the point when you're being locked in the house by your government for a flu and put in jail for going to a restaurant,
yeah,
it's like
it seems a little sus.
This whole thing was right. Remember they were arresting people on the beach and shit. Like there's one guy running on the beach. It's against the rules.
It's insane, man.
Like holy fuck. All right, there's the number on the screen.
There's the number for when we come back.
For anybody just joining us. Yeah, we'll leave that up so you guys can memorize it in the break.
Yeah, let's just.
And so we want everybody vibing out while we do our little smoke break and shit. Oh, and so hold on.
They still see us. They don't see us.
Are we done with the Trudeau thing? Or
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there we have it. Canada descending into tyrannical, authoritarian hell.
Possibly.
They've been there on sort of what we call the First Amendment. I don't know what they call it up there, but I call it the First Amendment here in the good old U.S. of A. And, Canada's had some pretty nightmarish restrictions on speech for a long time where, like, there have been people jailed and fined for saying something deemed insensitive, comedians and shit. You know what I mean?
No,
so they've been on this path for a long time. And now, just the way he made that announcement, I'm going to go ahead and assume that that's going to become reality. It just had that air to it. Like, it didn't really seem like a thing that's up for debate. It was kind of,
no,
it wasn't.
No,
like
it seems
we're announcing some legislation. It was we're announcing legislation,
and everyone clapped and everything. And so I don't. And here's the other thing. I don't even. Does Canada have a big handgun murder problem? I've never heard of this.
Not like here. I mean,
I've never heard of
a lot. So a lot of Canada is rural, and a lot has guns and explosives and fireworks like our rural places do. You know what I mean? But
and I love it.
Yeah, that's most of Canada is pretty rural, and I think where you find like what we think of as like the irritating Canadian liberal is really just like 3 or 4 cities.
Yeah, like Toronto,
like Montreal, and they're I think most regular Canadians are like rural people, hillbillies, and
rural
shit.
folk.
That's what I thought. I don't know.
Squirrel
if we have any
Nation.
Canadians, call in and let us know.
What this moron is saying.
I've heard Canadians are really racist against the Native Americans. That's what I've heard.
Oh, maybe that's why they're doing this. All right, folks, we're going to be back in just a couple minutes. All right, let's just...
On Radioville Population Truth.
Activity is falling off. You can splash a little water on your face, or better yet, revive with Vivarin. Government-appointed experts say it's safe and works, and all you need is 1 glass of water. So revive with Vivarin.
I can't believe it. Don't you ever quit? I've been away a long, long time. I mean, a really long time. And my roommate is still going strong.
Meet his roommate, Renews It Roommate Air Freshener with twice the freshening liquid, so it freshens air longer than Magic Mushroom.
It's incredible. I can't believe how long my roommate is lasting.
Long-lasting roommate from Renews It, where fresh ideas are always in the air.
You, behind the coffee cup, show us your Caffrey smile. Caffrey decaffeinates your smile. Caffrey toothpaste helps keep coffee and tea from staining your smile like they stain your cup. Get Caffrey toothpaste or gel and show us your Caffrey smile.
Usually I get things right. I do, but not my perms. Almost right, not quite right, wrong. So now what? Precisely Right by Ogilvy, the perm you can't get wrong because it shuts itself off so it won't over-perm or frizz. Look, beautiful body and soft, shiny curl. I finally got it right. Precisely Right by Ogilvy. You just can't get it wrong.
This is what butter looks like. Before, it looks like this. Unfortunately, butter can also look like this if you weren't careful. So we made this, new all-natural Butterbud Sprinkles. We took the same flavor as this, removed fat and cholesterol, and left only 4 calories per serving. So even though Butterbuds looks like this, it has the delicious flavor of this. New Butterbuds, a better butter.
Why is manwich my family's favorite meal? Because manwich sauce is loaded with tomatoes and onions and peppers.
Because it's fun.
Or that it's so hot and hearty.
Because it's fun.
I love manwich because it's fun.
Manwich, it's fun.
This is Terry. For her, cooking in olive oil is a family tradition. Unfortunately, so are excess fat and calories. Well, Terry, meet Pam. New olive oil Pam cooking spray. Because it's Pam, it adds up to 90% less fat and calories. And because it's imported olive oil, it has a great taste. Who says you can't improve on tradition?
And to think I could have married a man who drank just plain orange juice.
I told you life with me would be paradise.
Introducing Dole Paradise Fruits, 100% natural tropical juices in fresh combinations that are a delicious change from the ordinary.
Pineapple, orange, guava, or pineapple, passion, banana.
Passion?
Yeah.
Passion? Well, have another.
Life's a little fresher with Dole.
Mitchum antiperspirant is so effective, you could even skip a day. If you wanted to. Dermatologist tested Mitchum.
It's a big idea. Hey, whose time is right? Don't have to hide it. It's out of sight. The perfect pack in a tiny wrap. Only in disguise. Need a handy pack. You'll do a double take. When you see the size of our double H. So small, that's all. Only in disguise.
Not long ago, when the goldfish spilled, this was the picker-upper. Today, the Hoover Double Duty Wet and Dry Hand Vac picks up dry and picks up wet with ease. Pick up the Double Duty Wet and Dry Hand Vac. Hoover invented it.
What do your legs feel like 2 days after you shave? 3 days after you shave? 5 days after? Neat and new Neat Roll-On gets rid of bristles and stubble for up to 5 days because Neat works below the surface. So avoid this. Get touchable legs longer with Neat or new Neat Roll-On.
Oh, what a meal, oh,
Hamburger Helper Lasagna.
for your family.
Authentic Italian taste.
Hearty robusto, but not too spicy, eh?
Hamburger Helper Lasagna turns your plain hamburger
You
into
talk
a
about
delicious Italian meal
ethnic
with
stereotypes and
authentic Italian
generalizations.
taste, curly Italian noodles, rich tomato sauce, and a better blend of
You know, I came from an Italian family.
Oh,
and
yeah, Hamburger Helper.
Yeah, on Christmas Eve, we just cook up piles of greasy beef and onions. That's a
fucking traditional
cherished Italian tradition. Yeah. And then my mom would go in the laundry room and just pour
Clorox all over the
pour
cat.
detergent directly on the clothes. Just while the cat peacefully plays. Yes. Who are you? We'll find out next time on Radioville Population Truth. Now, should we talk about the mayoral campaign first? Because we have one.
We do have one.
We only have one person running. Now, we'll explain to you guys what's going on here. Oh, shit, I should have the lights. If you want to find the video that explains this all, too. So, here in Radioville, as you guys have noticed, we have an army that's starting to be structured. We have rankings that are taking place. We did name all of the generals. What was it, a couple weeks ago now?
Oh, yeah.
Or was it just last week?
I was going to say, was that last week? I don't fucking remember
anything
anymore.
Going on.
So there really has.
And we both have dementia. But no. So what's happening here is we're starting to realize that just like any town, we need to fulfill certain roles and obligations, and we need to put people in certain positions of power. Therefore, we are holding an election.
That we are, folks.
And let's let our friend...
that we are.
I guess his name is Willie this time. We have this weasel that keeps changing names that helps out on the show once in a while.
Yeah, let me see. There we go.
Yeah, and we can just he can explain to you guys the process and everything.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this.
Let's take a quick gander over here. Hold on now, people.
All right.
And hello there, super spreaders. It's your old cousin Willie the Weasel come to visit. Did you know that you could be the next mayor of Radioville? All you have to do to enter the race is post a 30-second campaign video to the Radioville Facebook page, and you'll be entered into the election, which will be held June 21st, 2022, live on the show. Make sure you tune in, and good luck.
Okay. So now that we've had the rules and parameters clearly defined and explained,
yes,
we have received one entry. I don't know. Is that easy to find?
We can find it, I'm sure.
I feel like it posts a page. Now, so this is what you're supposed to do if you'd like to run for mayor of Radioville.
Here's the other thing is Facebook does not make it easy to find anything on any of this. So
no, it's a big fucking pain in the ass, dude. Yeah, especially when you're the
annoying.
administrator of a page.
Yeah, it's just like...
You try to look at it.
It's impossible.
Yeah, no, you're trying to look at your own page. It's just like, here's 1,000 fucking analytics and things you'll never do. That you probably should do, but instead you'll just have phone conversations with your co-host about why no one likes you. It's like, but no. So we'll try to find this. We had one entry from Jake.
Oh
Huff.
yeah, Jake Huff.
It should be post a page somewhere.
Throwing
like that.
his. Yeah, no, it's up here. It's hold on a fucking second. God damn it.
Should we just try to find it later?
Yeah, we could do that. Let's see what everyone's saying.
Here, I'll do that while you try to find the thing.
Sure. Yeah, send me a link to it. Oh no, you.
No, I don't think we can do that. If anyone can help us, this is two befuddled men try to decipher their own Facebook page.
It's impossible, folks.
Alex saying Telegram is way better for the show. He wants us all to switch to Telegram.
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
what we need is to stop the momentum we have here and just try to transfer it to something else. What's up, guys? That's Tony Johnson. Okay.
Hey, what's up, Tonio?
He blew his load too early. This election is already secured. I don't know what that means. Hamburger helper is still a weekly staple. Great. The comments are getting us nowhere.
Let me see. Maybe it's in here. Guys, bear with me.
It's not in there.
It is.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Then we'll just have to try to find it on a break and come back.
Yeah, why not? Oh,
okay.
Yeah, we'll watch that later. For fuck's sake, guys.
You did receive some other anonymous transmission.
I did.
That you wanted to play, I think, right?
Yeah, we're not exactly sure where this came from or what it is. But let's just let's take a look at this here.
Yeah, what is this?
Folks, I'm not exactly sure what this is, but you're going to try and help us decipher it along with us. Let me take us off of this screen, and let's just let's go over here. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the hell this is, but this was sent to us by an unnamed entity. Let's just take a listen.
I would like to address the question of actual and virtual philosophically. I shall do this by first looking at the meaning of each term and then explore how they could be related. The term actual can be defined as existing in fact or reality, whereas virtual can be defined as almost or nearly as described, but not completely or according to strict definition. When we look at these definitions, it would seem that actuality is a more absolute state than virtuality. That is, something that is actual exists without any doubt, whereas something that is virtual may not exist at all. It is dependent...
Okay, wait, what?
Why is it I want to date that thing?
Yeah, it's...
What? Okay, so what was that?
It's slightly, well, it's still going, but it's slightly disconcerting.
Yeah.
But also slightly hypnotizing.
It's weird because it feels evil.
It does. It feels...
But I know it's probably just something somebody made, right?
I would hope so. I don't exactly know what the fuck it is.
Keep playing. It's cool.
Yeah, let's just keep on keeping on with this baby.
On certain conditions being met. One way to think about the relationship between actual and virtual is in terms of a spectrum. At one end, we have actuality, and at the other end, we have virtuality. In between, there are various degrees of virtuality. For example, we can say that an image on a computer screen is more virtual than a real-life object. This is because the image only exists as long as the computer is switched on, and it is not a physical object that we can touch or interact with in the same way as a real-life object.
Okay.
Can that thing hear us? Hello? What is it that you want?
Do you have the answers?
Yeah. So okay. So that's supposed to be some AI thing telling us.
It's some AI thing. I believe trying to explain what it is.
And it's assuming a form that we would be naturally comfortable with.
Yes.
Which
all
is
of the forms.
endlessly morphing. Humanoid.
Yes. But all the mouths are still speaking the same line of AI. And it's
endlessly morphing humanoid that we're all comfortable with from our youth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'll say, this is, I'm getting more comfortable with it. At first, I was very put off by it.
Here's the other thing. I know that we seem really dumb, but like I'm looking from the administrator view at our page. Someone posted a video to our page. How the fuck can we find it on here? Like, this is ridiculous. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. No, it's idiotic.
Oh, by the way, okay, nobody can see that live thing we did earlier, right? Okay.
No.
That was a test that, should not be exposed to the internet.
Yes.
But this is dumb. Dude, we have to figure this out, but I cannot find where to, see posts to the page. This is so dumb the way they have this set up, dude.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Let's go. So I lost all my tabs. Do you have the article about the Uvalde?
Sure.
So we have developments in this school shooting case. Right, a lot of criticism going the way of the Uvalde Police Department. Is that how they say it? Is it Uvalde?
Uvalde.
Uvalde.
Yeah, Uvalde.
A lot of criticism going the way of the local police department for procrastinating. A lot of people saying being downright cowardly.
Yes.
Now there's a bunch of conflicting information flying around and stuff like that. Like there was a Border Patrol agent on the scene who was not on duty.
Yes,
that actually
left work and grabbed left the barber shop.
Now
grabbed a shotgun and then went in and got his wife, who was a teacher, and his child, who was a student.
Right. So you had a bunch of crazy shit going on. People trying to get in and out. People helping kids out. Blah blah blah. While it seems like the police kind of stood back and tried to figure that, as they so often
we're told to stand down. I heard. I don't know.
Yeah, Cheney was there hiding behind a tree and gave him the stand down order. But no, it does. You look like they did what they oftentimes do, is like, well, we're going to lecture the public constantly year round about what heroes and how we're protecting everyone. But then, when a situation actually arises, we couldn't risk our own
only had 16 of us.
Yeah, we couldn't risk our physical well-being.
We only had 16 armored, heavily armed officers. What are we doing against one guy with a gun?
Unless we are completely encased head to toe in impenetrable armor. We just don't have the
wherewithal.
Yeah, we don't have a plan together to actually do anything about this.
Yeah, so this is an interesting development, though, that we saw today. Local police reportedly stopped cooperating with Texas school shooting investigation. And let's just take a look at this. The city and school district police departments in Uvalde, Texas, have ceased cooperation with a state-led investigation into last week's deadly school shooting. ABC News reported as local police draw stiff criticism for choosing not to immediately confront the shooter. Both the Uvalde Police Department and Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District Police Department, a separate agency, aren't cooperating with the Texas Department of Public Safety's probe. In the report, they reportedly chose to stop cooperating after a jarring Friday press conference in which Texas DPS leader Steve McCraw, which I can only imagine that dude, criticized the school district police department for waiting over an hour during Tuesday's shooting before finally breaking into the classroom that contained the gunman.
Right. So then this is another thing. You keep seeing conflicting reports of it was the Border Patrol agent that actually shot him, and I don't think that's true. I think the cops eventually did shoot him, So now I saw a theory that seems to be kind of gaining steam in comment sections and people talking about this is that this kind of looks like with the way they've been not really forthcoming with information, and now they're just stonewalling basically.
Yeah.
I think an FBI probe or something. It almost seems like, and this is what a lot of people are saying, is that it seems like maybe they
allowed it.
No, maybe they shot in maybe they're responsible for some of the student deaths in some kind of confusion. or
really,
you know what I mean, crossfire or whatever. They're saying, well, just whatever. It's a theory that's out there.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
That would kind of explain why they're acting this way.
Yeah, that's
that
the
there could
thing
be
is
some
like,
kind of cover up underway. Because
obviously, all speculation at this point, especially
I'm just
on
bringing it
our
up.
yeah. But
I have a microphone and I'm saying it.
Yeah, we'll say it.
Yeah. So, anyways,
yeah, that's okay. Darcy, General Silk brings up a good point. It has not been my experience that you can just stop cooperating with an investigation.
Yeah.
Tony says that thing should be mayor. Speaking of Willie.
Oh, okay. All right. That is the only intro.
Oh no, I think he's talking about the fucking AI devil.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who this is. You're on the air with Tom and Vinny. Welcome to Radioville. What's up?
Hey, it sounds like those Uvalde police department folks got a good lawyer who told them that it'd be stupid for them to talk to cops.
Yeah, I mean that.
Yeah, right. The cops are now lawyering up,
dude. If you ever see in like detective shows, or I'm sure real life would be a better example. But like that's always the first thing is like when a cop is involved in a shooting, wait for your representative, don't say a word, blah blah blah. They know the deal.
The union reps.
You know,
you've got a good point.
Their lawyer, he's probably like, look, these guys aren't your friends. They're real lazy. They're just going to take whatever you say, try and make you look bad because they don't want to catch the real guy.
Yeah.
And good luck with that.
Yeah, interesting theory.
Yeah, that and between that and the all the pictures that have been coming out about, maybe they just need to be trained more, and they show all the money they've received and them.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Like,
yeah.
Hey, we went into the school today to scare all the kids, like, hey, we're your friends. We're here to help. Just going to practice, just in case we're ever needed. And then when it comes down to it, when all their friends are bleeding out, they're like,
yeah, we better not go in there.
That's not for us.
Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
I know we do want to help, but it just isn't safe. There's a guy with a gun in there.
I know. It's like, well, what are you paid for?
Yeah, I mean, I did see that. A couple of years ago, they had some massive. It was like a federal grant or something. That they got all kinds of new armor, tactical vehicles, and all kinds of shit. And they were specifically saying to deal with like mass shooter scenarios and blah blah.
Gunmen, and I mean, I guess gunmen are usually armed.
Yeah, and the schools themselves got all the face scanning stuff and the quick background check stuff for people who signed in, and you just run in through a door.
Yeah, I mean, this was another oddity that there was only one door that had been propped open, and it's usually all locked up. And then, I mean, I guess if there's a guy coming in.
That's the smoking door.
Ah, the teacher's smoking door. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. Well.
Yeah. What do you think about?
I can hear you guys great tonight.
Yeah, we had an audio setting wrong, but what do you think about this? I noticed with both of these recent shootings that a lot of people's angle seems to be, hey, this was preventable. Like people really are pushing for pre-crime. And you know what I mean, and
like those red flags.
And so
my thing is going to be there's a epidemic of mental issues, especially in young males.
Yeah,
and you just wait till some of these kids, another 10 years, who went through the lockdowns and shit, turn 18, and they got even more problems. Is the government created problems,
and they're on more pills and shit, and
we've done everything for 2 decades to try and throw money at this and strip our freedoms away in the process of making us safe, and it obviously has done the opposite, and they're going to ask for more freedom stripped to fix a problem they created.
Yeah,
just like every other thing the government does.
I was gonna say, this just sounds
biased.
like this just sounds like typical government intervention and just wholesale.
No good crisis goes to waste.
Yeah, and also it's just a very we'll sell you the solution to our own problem type of a thing, and we're the only one that can save you from this thing that we've created, and it's just it goes back to it's everything.
There was the like the war industrial complex, and then the prison industrial complex, and now it's just like everybody's got a kid. Let's turn that into a
into the new
daycare / prison complex.
Yes.
Throw money at it. I got a friend who has some power in Washington. I'm going to get rich.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it usually seems to come down to, is lining each other's pockets with more and more taxpayer money. But also, I just don't understand. Like, if you look at the trend, or if you look at the the record, the war on drugs, the war on poverty, the war on terrorism, none of these have all been abject failures, and they just continue to be like, yeah, but this one we'll get, this. We got this one, though. Believe it, whatever. And it's just, when does everyone kind of wake up and be like, okay, wait a minute? Honestly,
people tend to think that government is some kind of like safety net, and like people tend to, I guess, kind of hide from the idea that life is chaos with or without the government. Yeah. And if it's not doing more good than it is harm, then
yeah.
Why? What are we doing? What are you afraid of? Yes. With maybe rolling it back a little bit.
Yeah, it's just like this caller just said. It's just more of the same. They just create the problems, and then they fucking propose solutions that will just garner more taxpayer money and more bigger government and more programs and more expansion, and
I'll leave you with 2 points to think about.
What do you got?
Number one is, I've been making my own homemade dinosaur repellent for years now, and it's kept all the dinosaurs away, so I want a big contract. Number two is, when we started stripping people of their shoes and belts at the airport,
sorry, go ahead.
There hasn't been a hijacking since then. Why are these kids allowed to wear shoes
and belts
when they go into the school?
That's a good point.
Yeah. Come on,
Two
put it
very
together,
good
man.
points. Yes, very good points indeed. All right, man. Well, thank you for the call. A lot of things for the super spreader to think about.
Yeah, there goes our old
Thank you
pal
for the
Brian.
great phone audio.
Oh, there you go,
appreciate
man.
it.
All right, man. Thanks. We will talk to you again.
Have a good night.
All right.
Here's something interesting about school shootings. Now, years back, I imagine it would have been about the time of Sandy Hook when I was doing a lot of research about this stuff. I remember thinking, when you looked at the rate of school shootings relative to the population, that it stayed pretty steady from the first one, which was in the 1700s. I actually just pulled it up here. The earliest known United States school shooting, let's see, Pontiac's Rebellion. That's something else. Pontiac, well, I'll read it anyways. Rebellion School Massacre, July 26, 1764, where four, I don't know, how do you say this? LENAPE, American Indians entered the schoolhouse. Do you know how to say it?
No.
I don't want to say it.
No.
Entered the schoolhouse near present-day Greencastle, Pennsylvania, shot and killed schoolmaster Enoch Brown, and killed 9 or 10 children. Holy shit.
Damn.
Only 2 children survived. Jesus. All right, so anyways, when I would look at the rate of school shootings, as they kind of rose steadily with the rise in population until around 2000, until around Columbine and stuff like this, and then you saw a disproportionate kind of exponential rise. So I started thinking, what changed, and especially when knowing a thing or two about American cultural history, children's access to firearms was drastically reduced between, say, like 1950 and 2000.
Oh, for
you know
sure.
what I mean?
Everyone used to be able to carry a gun to school.
Sure, and people will say, look, there's still billions and kids can get guns, and I understand that, but they used to be a household tool, and everyone had access to one, for a lot of the country. And so anyways, as kids' access to guns was further and further restricted, you saw this like massive upswing that just so happens to correlate with the media glorification of mass shootings and the mass prescription
of psych meds
of like psychotropic drugs and shit like that, which is like, and also let's not discount the opioid thing, because that was all around the same time that they started pushing all of this, increased prescription of all this kind of shit, and you got a few, and the meth stuff too, all the focus drugs. All right, anyways, so there's a massive uptake in all that prescription stuff around the same time. To me, that's like the correlation. And what all these guys seem to have in common is they're like basement dwelling fucking pillheads, and they're all on they've been prescribed antidepressants since they were 12.
Yeah, antidepressant,
and, you know what I mean?
antipsychotics,
and they're just by themselves having a full-blown delusion constantly, and eventually go act on it.
Yeah, and one thing I think you left out of that, and I'm going to get to a couple of the comments.
Sorry, you're right.
In a minute,
there is one other common thread. They're all actually in the CIA, but
that. But no, there's another thing: is reports of loneliness have gone skyrocketing. People, as we've become more connected via the internet, feelings of loneliness and despair have gone fucking through the roof. Suicides, self-harm, drug addiction, all of these things. And I just saw a study, and I'll butcher it a little, the numbers, but I want to say like 40 to 50% of American teenage boys say they, or just teenagers say they have like one friend, and then like 30% say they have no friends. Not any friend. Thank you. But yeah, so
what was it? 30%?
Yeah, say they have literally no friends, and so there is this also. These are like you said, most of these people that are committing these acts, they're not the popular kid. They're not the kid. Sure. They're always this person who feels rejected by society. They have nothing to lose. They have everything to gain, notoriety. They just have nothing going on. They have no purpose. And then on top of that, you add in that they are on decades of psych meds that have, and I know people that have tried to get off this shit. I know a lot of people that have tried to get off this shit. You can't do it.
Sure.
We
all remember people from our youth, if you're from the 80s or 90s probably, and early 2000s, that you remember people that were a little hard to control or something, and they would put them on whatever drug.
Yeah, they had ADHD.
And I can think back to a few of my friends that you saw just a creepy change in them after they were medicated.
Absolutely.
One friend in particular that I'm thinking of was just brilliant as a kid, but could not slow down enough to behave, or you know what I mean. And it was always you're crazy. And I think it sent him down a fucked up path early on, was to be medicated that heavily.
And now, and I do think that to me now. Okay, so Michael over here, General Ewald, says. Preventable by not selling AKs to anybody and 1,000 bullets to one guy in a month. Come on.
I know, but okay, you're saying
maybe.
But what you're leaving out of that is what you're asking is for the government to stop that from happening. So it's not just like, you can't just go, you shouldn't be able to. What you're actually saying is, I think there should be armed men preventing that from happening, using violence if they're disobeyed.
Yes.
Because that's what you're asking for to happen. So at least put that out there and say what you need.
And if that's what you agree with, that's fine. I mean, that maybe that is a solution. But also another thing that is not accounted for in that argument is the 99.9999% of people that own those that don't do this.
Do you know how many?
It is a tiny fraction. We see this on the news because it's a big story, and it's a cataclysmic event. It's horrible, and I understand that, and it's heart-wrenching, and it should be, and it should, obviously it's newsworthy. But you see so again, this is another case of where if there wasn't a news media, you wouldn't know about this. Only the people in that town would know about it. People in surrounding towns, you might catch wind of it.
Yeah, but unless they were blabbermouths.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though? It's like this. It's made to seem that these are way more prevalent than they are. Like the percentage of there are statistics out there. You can you can easily look these up. You're much more likely to get hit by lightning than be the victim of a mass shooting.
Sure.
It's just statistically, it's not a very relevant or it's not a very likely scenario. But when we see it, and every time that it happens, it is like front page news, and it's everyone's clamoring to fucking argue their side versus their side. Then it then carries more of a, not a gravitas, because it already is. It has its own built-in gravitas because it's a very weighty subject.
It's murder.
Because it's murder, and it's kids, or it's people, innocent people at a bar, or whatever the case may be. But the prevalence is heightened to
exaggerated.
It's just, it's not. the problem that we are made to think it just statistically speaking.
I mean, there are as many Americans as there are stars in the sky.
Well, that's not true,
no?
but
Okay.
I don't think so.
Well,
we'll have to look into that, guys. But nothing scarier than a lonely young white guy. I don't know about that. I don't know if you've been on the West Side, but
yeah,
I've been far more scared in certain scenarios than
I'm not as scared of some dork in a trench coat.
No, I mean he might shoot at people, but
yeah, unless I go to school with him. Which,
but I understand what you're saying. It's a fucking problem.
I still am thinking about going back for my high school diploma.
You should,
yeah, because that's been really holding me back.
I'd have so many years to do.
I actually do have a high school diploma.
I do not.
Not once have I ever been asked to see it. Ever. Shouldn't have fucking even bothered. Should have dropped out when I was 14. You know what? I should have never gone to school at all. I'm still kind of pissed off about that, to be honest. They used to send the sheriff to my house. They go, okay, kids shouldn't be allowed to ditch school. Oh, really? You're going to send a guy with a gun to my house? Is it that serious?
Yes.
Holy shit. Well, that's what you say. Or that's what it means. When you can't just say, whoever said that, I can't remember.
That's Mike.
You can't just say things should or shouldn't be. I mean, there's real life gears turning here. There's fucking where the rubber meets the road is it takes someone else that apparently you like better with bigger guns and more guys to enforce that.
And again, you're not going to be taking it away from the guy that's about to do that. You're taking it away from everyone, and then that's why I don't see it as a solution. It's like the old, like, oh, you're ruining it for everyone else. Oh, one kid acts out in school, and then all of you have to sit quietly for the next hour. And it's like, well, no, I didn't do anything. Yeah, you didn't do anything. That kid did something, and so
I don't lose my rights because somebody else fucked up.
That's what I don't understand. Yeah. And I get it. It's like, well, we can't have this happening, but there's a very good chance. Look, Chicago has some of the most strict gun laws on the books. And we just went over, there was fucking 60-some shootings over the Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Criminals have guns.
Including 2 mass shootings that nobody heard of. Fucking gave a shit about.
And nobody knew about it. Yes, because those are mass shootings. It just happens that they were young black men in the inner city, and so it doesn't make the news. Yeah. And so my point being is if you get rid of, this is the argument that is always put out. Stop selling ARs to people, but almost all of the gun violence in this country are done by handguns. So what you're really saying at the end of the day is you have to take away guns.
What you're saying is stop committing the murders that specifically bother me.
Yeah, I mean, but again, and I understand the importance. But yeah, I don't. Look, the other thing is it's not. This is not an easy, black or white issue. This is not a.
Hey, has there ever been a mass shooting at an NRA convention?
Probably not.
Right. Okay.
Probably not. And also, most people that I know that live in Texas, they're like. I mean, obviously, this happened in Texas, and there's been shootings in Texas, but. For the most part, gun violence is not the way it is in, say, New York or Chicago.
Oh, there's 5 or 6 cities comprising like everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's just because
Chicago, New Orleans.
What they say is like everyone is able to carry a gun, so people are far more hesitant to pull a gun in a situation for no reason because they think, wait a minute, everyone else might fucking draw on me. Now, is that the way we want to live? Is this the Wild West? Do we want to have our fucking... our life be just everyone's fucking armed and ready to go. Maybe obviously
that's one of those things, though.
Not.
But as much as we construct a society and prop ourselves up and try to imagine that we're out of nature, are we ever? So, there's always going to be that element of this really is just survival, and you know what I mean. And death is on the table every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like.
Yeah, I mean, like I say,
you know what I mean? It's just a shift of all right, so if we take away the danger of, government becoming tyrannical and overrunning us easily, and then we're all armed all the time, that's basically what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, that would be...
It's just it's just a little...
It's still, yeah. Yes, hold on a second. We'll get back to this. Let's see who's calling in. I like this. A lot of calls tonight. Hello, you're on the air with Tom and Vinny. What's up?
Hello, this is General Alexander.
Oh, well, hello there.
What's up, General?
So I just kind of wanted to have a conversation about the generals and how we should be armed while we're out here guarding Radioville and the rest of the world. Should we have guns? I feel like we should have guns.
Yeah, you should all have guns. What do you mean? Why is there any question?
Yeah.
What?
Are you asking permission?
Well,
yes. Arm
thinking
yourself, General. Jesus.
At the very least, 2 pocket knives.
Hey, 2 pocket knives could do some real damage.
Yeah,
real
man.
damage.
I once almost killed myself accidentally with opening boxes. Fucking stuck a knife right in my wrist. I'll show you the scar later.
I don't want to see it.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, of course. Arm yourself to the teeth.
I almost accidentally committed suicide. Is that a category? See, that's something that's overlooked.
Accidental suicide. I know that is actually a category.
All right. Did you have anything real, or did you just want to?
No, I also wanted to know: Are we going to be running any other elections this month besides the mayoral one, like sheriff or something like that?
No, we can't even figure out how to do the mayor one. We're trying to find a video that somebody posted to the page, and it's fucking impossible. We're sitting there dicking around for like 8 minutes. Like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
What did I do to him? Well,
it's insane.
The irony of it is, if we could just view it from the way you guys can view the page, we would find it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But
ours is all just filled with analytics
because we have all these capabilities. We can't do anything.
It's the most bloated software I've ever seen in my life.
We could all watch it on the break, and then you guys can talk about it when we get back.
There you go. Or someone could just go get it and send a link to us, and then we could just view it on the
General,
show.
actually, see if you can. If you can just send us
It's in videos, and it's in all videos.
Yeah, just go to the page and look at post a page or something like that, like you would do, you know? Somebody fucking message the link to the Radioville page. This army is like, you guys just sitting around. You're generals. You don't just always wait for orders, right?
Well.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right. Take care of that for us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, goodbye, General. All right. For anyone that's confused about what's happening, is we're playing Army.
Yeah, we're all playing pretend, and some people have chosen to play along with us, and we love it.
So you may have even noticed that the Radioville desk got a paint job. We had an office day the other day.
Fresh.
Part of that day was making swords.
Yes, we're gonna have swords.
So we're gonna have swords soon. We're gonna be lords with swords
because we're gonna be the lords of Radioville Manor, and you guys are the generals in our army. Some people were saying that lords don't have generals, and I would like to dispute that right now. All lords had generals and foot soldiers and sergeant at arms, and they had armies.
We can have whoever we want in our made up army.
Yeah,
it's fine,
and no girls allowed.
We are
it's our clubhouse.
Where were we with the old 2A thing? You know?
Huh? Oh yeah,
2A, the Second Amendment of these United States of America. What are the people out there saying? Are they going nuts?
I don't know. Let's look at a couple of these comments here.
Here from some of the people in the Super Spreader Army.
Yes. Okay. We have. Let me just see. There was one that I have 3 children, all born within the drug 'em half asleep generation, and I absolutely refused to let it happen when the doctor suggested as such. Good work, Tony. Good work, General Johnson.
Yeah, dude, we were an overly. It's fucking crazy how there hadn't yet been like a real national conversation on just like shoving your kids full of drugs when we were kids, you know? And how many kids did you know? They're like, oh,
and they were all experimental at the time,
right? Yeah.
Like nobody even knew what the fuck they were gonna do down the line. And here we are.
Your 7-year-old won't sit still all day while birds are chirping outside the window and fucking, you know what I mean?
Marbles are in his pocket.
Right, exactly. And it's like, and he gets a 10-minute recess.
Yeah, to go fuck around for 2.
How was that? 10 minutes.
Yeah,
go
5
outside.
of them are to go out and come in, getting in lines and conforming.
Everybody line up in single file. No, how about fuck you? We're in the middle of a football game from last recess.
Yeah,
we have like 7.5 minutes here.
Yeah,
like,
I barely got to throw this fucking thing.
Yeah,
and you're telling me to line up again.
By the way, this is what we live for all day.
Yeah.
While you're making us memorize dumbass shit. Shut the fuck up.
I don't need to know the states on a map. Clearly.
When would that ever come up? Yeah.
What am I going to do? A fucking show in the future where I actually have to not look like an idiot and name the states on a map?
So, anyways, that's what a 7-year-old's thinking, I guess, is what we're saying. And so you're saying your 7-year-old won't sit still and conform properly. Give him meth. That was us, right? I mean,
yeah. We have putting out a fire with gasoline is not the way to help this. More people with guns is no answer. Now, I agree with the first part. I don't know about the second part.
What is it? More people with guns is no answer?
Yeah, I don't know if you can
answer
have
to what.
More. But here's the thing: is nobody that
answer to what?
To gun violence.
I mean,
but yeah, but the thing is again, then are we proposing to take guns that are already out there?
That's the thing.
Because then
if you
there's
don't
a lot of people that are not going to give up their guns.
If you're sensitive to gun violence, something tells me that you wouldn't like a revolutionary war.
Yeah.
So if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, I would push for more and more gun bans and confiscations. And
yeah, because
things like
I don't see that going well personally.
Yeah.
Darcy says they sent the cop to my house when I was 12 and threatened to arrest my parents if I didn't stop getting migraines to go to school. That is absolutely ridiculous. Where are your parents causing migraines? It was terrifying. I've never asked, but yeah, but what state are we going to be in charge of? Let's ask Tom. Connie says, I have a knife, arm up generals. Mike says, I have my Boy Scout pocket knife. That's all I need. I was trained how to use it. I have a smoker, a grill, and can start a fire with a rock.
All right.
Feed the army. All right.
Fuck this. Let's go. And thanks for everybody for joining us tonight. Oh, yeah. Another thing I just wanted to mention real quick.
What do you got?
We had a video on YouTube. Now, normally, so we just started our YouTube page a few weeks back or whatever. Couple months maybe, and so you don't get any YouTube. It's hard to get any views at first, but then we just finally had one that got up to like 300 views. So
yeah,
you know, it's not an achievement, but it was like something to keep your head like in the game. Like, oh, cool. My only hope is that, you know, with this new success we've been having, that it doesn't go to my head.
Yeah. Well,
I think you'll be
only time will tell.
I think you'll be okay, but
yeah. Well, I'm a little more grounded.
I'm worried that this time next week, this all might have gone to my head. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Could be. Were it?
Now, didn't you want to talk about fat shaming? Didn't you want to do something with that? Fat shame somebody?
Well.
Did you want to make fun of a fat guy? What was it?
I mean, probably.
Okay.
No, but I had. There's been some controversy in the news and in social media and whatnot, having to do with hold on, I'm looking for something, folks, having to do with body positivity, and I always see this, and I've been a big sort of a criticizer or critic. I guess critic would be better in that case.
Yeah, that's
I've been a big critic of this.
Good words, boy.
Yeah, of this notion of body positivity, because I've never been one to think that it's okay to just lambaste someone based on their physical appearance. You know what I mean? We would all razz each other as kids.
Who doesn't love a big
whatnot.
Fat guy that just
the
owns
big
it?
jolly
You know
man?
what I mean?
Who cares?
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. Or a big plump
yeah.
lady that owns it, and who cares? And she's a happy person, and she's
that's not
outgoing
okay.
or whatever. But this meme I had seen, and this kind of points to the direction that, or one of my critiques of said ideas. And this is a meme that says all body shapes are beautiful, showing,
and then you got three pretty ladies.
Three pretty ladies, and then a short portly man saying
all body types are beautiful, and like that in no way represents the range of body types.
Not at all. Where's the one that can't get out of their bed?
In fact, those three girls are so similar they could actually hang out together in real life without
hating each other,
without immediately hating each other. Yeah.
But then the short portly man with glasses says, "Mine too," and the girl says, "No." And this is something that I've heard many times.
I feel bad for that made-up guy.
Yeah, that portly cartoon gentleman.
Is that what? You don't think it goes both ways?
Well, it doesn't, and there's the proof is in the pudding. If you look at statistics from dating sites and whatnot, and I've had personal experience with this by one of my friends is a very not a very tall man. He's probably about 5'3", say.
That's okay.
Vertically challenged, as they might say, and he would always be on dating sites. And I remember hearing him on calls, and I remember one in particular where he goes, he's talking, ha ha ha, and he's a witty guy. He's a very funny dude. He's real cool. Yeah, I mean, you got to do something, right? And he's a good-looking dude and whatever, and he's a successful guy. And there's just banter, and I'm not paying attention, but I do hear him go, "Oh, me?" He goes, 5'3". And then there's a pause, and then he goes, "No, I'm serious." because the girl thought he was joking and laughed.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and you saw the change in his demeanor when he was like, no, I'm serious. And that has been, I've heard this many, many times, that a short man has virtually no chance with most women. But going the other way, you're supposed to not judge any women on any physical attribute that they have.
And you're here to put an end to this hypocrisy tonight.
This hypocrisy. Now, look.
Yeah, and that's the worst part.
Vinny and I have no problems with this. We're both dashing men.
Sure.
Of great stature, physical stature, and prowess.
At one time, I was not bad looking. So I feel. You ever see a picture of yourself 10 years ago?
Oh,
good Lord.
It's glorious.
Jesus
really.
Christ.
I know. I'm like, wow, I was
like,
nice.
Why? Yeah. How was I not just walking around with 6 women on my shoulders? Just fucking headed home, boys.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this goes in. So that's the superficial angle. It's not a two-way street here. We are told as a society right now, and it is being proliferated mostly by, of course, sort of the left wing of the media and sort of the activist class, that there is nothing. And so this idea has developed over the last handful of years that of body positivity. And recently, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue featured what doctors would have in recent years considered morbidly obese. She was probably 150 pounds overweight to where her healthy weight would be. But that has no longer been an acceptable idea to hold. And so the idea is that anyone is beautiful, and there has been a new thing, healthy at any weight. And this literally flies in the face.
Somebody just makes that up.
But yeah, it's just it's media outlets. It's yeah. It flies in the face with any medical research that has ever been done.
Dude, if you've ever lost any significant amount of weight, the amount that you feel better is fucking insane.
That's all I've ever heard.
And
every person that I know that has made the step and made the commitment to get fit, I have never in my life heard anyone, and nor will you ever hear someone say, "God damn, I'm so pissed that I wasted all that time getting healthy."
No, but
it doesn't happen.
But you will hear somebody say, "I'm so pissed I got drunk and fucked that fat girl."
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Now again, superficial, but we can all.
They
have
will
our taste.
say that,
of course. That's annoying. But yeah, this idea that we should
fat guy,
yeah, for sure, or just disgusting person.
The idea that you want to encourage these people to be more healthy.
That's the thing. Is this idea that we should coddle feelings over actual health, and let everyone just be diabetic and let their organs be super overly taxed because we don't want to offend them, is so fucking insane to me. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, this is one of those times where it's like, in order to face the actual issue and come up with any real life solutions, like Michelle Obama had her program of healthy eating and exercise and shit. If you were to do that now in today's climate, she would be a bigot. She would be considered fat shaming, and it's that, to me, this is going.
You think it's gone that far?
Oh yeah, it is 100%. I mean, I see it because I look at this type of shit, because I like to be unhappy.
Have you noticed that kids are all like hunchback and
soft
shitty looking?
Yes, yes,
yeah.
Not one of these kids could get away from dinosaurs.
I don't think a lot of people have been encouraged to do a lot of physical activity.
No,
that's true.
In fact, now I've seen coaches being called abusive if they make people run drills, and it's like, well, what the fuck do you want people to do then? Just waste away into a soft mass of coddled bullshit?
Yeah,
like that's the society we're trying to fucking create. What the fuck are we talking about?
A whole society full of French horn players. The hell is this?
Yeah. So I just don't understand. I mean, as this body positivity, if this was allowed to continue, what you'll also see is just a sicker and sicker populace.
You know what I think?
And you know what? Big Pharma gets richer.
I don't think people.
That's what happens.
What I'm sick of? Everybody in their different outfits. Everybody should have the same clothes. We should all be. We should all eat the same food. Be the exact same.
Yes, Maoist China.
Right. Nah.
China.
Now here's the thing. You're always gonna have lots of fat people, you know, especially when it's way cheaper to be fat than it is.
It is, and that is an odd thing too.
So yeah,
these days.
Now you can. I didn't want to like bore people with a lot of this, but I made like some pretty drastic diet changes recently, and the main thing is it's fucking inconvenient to eat healthy.
Oh yeah,
it's very difficult, dude.
It's
like,
impossible.
You have to find an open grocery store and actually go in there, get shit, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, and then you'll be doing stuff like when you try to eat only natural foods. Like sometimes you're on the go, so you just are.
You're like, I guess I'll eat
just
you got
peeling an avocado. Yeah, that's exactly.
Avocado,
I told you
a can
about
of
that. Yeah.
olives. No, I do this though.
Right,
it's
right,
like,
yeah,
I have to. Yeah, it's insane. But
so it is pretty fucking hard.
It is,
you know.
But there's choices you can make. You can go to Wendy's and get, you know, a bunless burger, which, you know what I mean. You can eat keto and shit like that. So I've definitely, you know, been able to do this in the past, but it's look, if you're looking for the easiest route, sure, the easiest route is to be unhealthy. You know what I mean? It just is.
Well, yeah,
no physical activity and eat whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, it's
sure.
I go through a lot of
That's
times
fine.
where there's like literally, if I want to like stick on this diet, I'll, you know, when you're at work or you're caught wherever you are or whatever the fuck, you are
just
routinely going 12 hours with nothing available at all.
100%.
Like, dude, I wish I could eat a fucking.
And then you
realize how much of the average person's diet is just straight up garbage, you know? I mean, and you don't even, because you realize it after you realize how, I thought I was like pretty relatively healthy eater.
Yeah.
But then when I actually really just cut out anything processed, I realized how much that was fucking
insane,
keeping me going throughout the week. Was just like, all this garbage that it makes you feel full, but it's indigestible, you know, for me at least. I think everybody has been drinking room temperature whiskey for 20 years and ruined their fucking gut flora or whatever I have.
Yeah.
What are you looking at here?
I'm just reading some comments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, somebody just said, where did that go?
I know, they fucking move.
I know, they move too quick.
Anyway, so it's gonna, you know, you're always gonna have a lot of fat people under these conditions. And especially when your phone is so great. Why even go anywhere? Maybe, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look, maybe I'm fighting a losing battle.
Yeah.
Maybe it is inevitable that,
dude, aren't we obviously going to be in pods?
That's what I'm saying. I don't
you
know. But to me, it's just an odd thing.
We're all going to, what was that lady, Terry Schiavo?
Yes.
You know, it's just going to be what we're doing pretty soon, you know?
Yeah, I remember her. But yeah, I mean, to me, it is far more detrimental to the person to spare their feelings rather than giving them actual health advice that will help them live a more comfortable, fulfilling, and pain-free life.
So now when you're like a fat kid and you go to the doctor, do they do like they used to or go like, well, look, I have this chart of unattractive children and you're right here. And,
no, because that's fat shaming.
So no, they still talk like, here, look, you got to
I'm sure they
eat
don't.
better and exercise.
I don't know because there's so much. I don't know.
If there's any doctors listening, feel free to
please tell us
tell you what you do to
current protocol
demoralize fat children,
demoralizing overweight children.
That's basically what you're getting at. Is you want to like make people feel bad.
Well, no. That's not what my point is. There should be a distinction between and saying fat. I can understand that, like using that verb, unless you're familiar with the person, you know that I don't give a shit. Then maybe that may sound insensitive, but if you are overweight, clinically overweight, that should not be something that is looked at as an insult. You know what I mean? You know it inherently. You know it innately. Nobody. I've always said this because at the beginning of this whole kind of movement, there was always like you'd see these giant people, women, men, whatever, on talk shows on these panels, and they'd always be like, "I love my body. I wouldn't have it any other way." But my feeling was always, if somebody said, "Here, this is a magic pill, and if you take it, you'll look like a swimsuit model tomorrow," every single one of them, without fail, would be like, "Oh, well, yeah, give me the pill."
Yeah, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, "No, I'm just trying to love
pretend."
Yes, exactly. Like, no, I was just trying to be positive about where I'm at right now. But in doing so, you can also be like, "Yeah, my feet are swollen." You know what I mean? Like, I can't feel my extremities. My blood sugar is through the fucking roof. I'm getting clotted. All of these. The metrics that are or the health maladies that are associated with being overweight are fucking it's most of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really is. It's,
how about this? When you were a kid, how many?
I was scrawny.
How many? Well, no. But how many in your class total?
Yeah.
Like legit fat kids do you think there were?
Oh, well, now, so we always considered them because we were insensitive little fucks.
Mm-hmm.
And so that, yeah, there was
anybody that wasn't exactly like you.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what's up, Tubby? You know, fucking all the jokes. But when I look back now, I'm like, oh, these kids are thinner than almost like the average kid now.
When I go back and look over my grade school class photos, as I do every night.
Yeah, reminiscing and reliving the glory days.
I remember there being, like, I can only think of, like, one or two, like, big fat kids, you know?
Yeah.
And that were in my grade school. And yeah, you definitely... No, there was, like, a scale, and, like, anybody that wasn't thin... You could call them fat in an argument. But, like, you know, for actually legit fat kids, I just remember this one kid named Michael Criscione.
Shout out Michael Criscione.
He was fat, and he was weird. Fucking, he was, you know, probably some unfortunate kid that, you know, I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah,
I don't think we should be making fun of people. Kids make fun of everyone.
I made fun of Michael Criscione all the time.
Yes,
and then one time he told me I was his best friend, and I was like, I've never even hung out with you. You know, what the fuck are you talking about, Criscione? Oh, sorry, that was down for some reason. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Michael Criscione, big fat kid.
Okay, so General Johnson says, my wife has lost a lot of weight in the last couple of years. She's the same beautiful woman I met in high school. She was honest with me and herself and is a completely different person now. And trust me, she had all those overweight metrics. Yeah. It's not, look, this is not something that anyone can escape. It's not like some people might and some people might not. This is just, so yeah, again, my point is sure, there are some people with like glandular problems and whatnot. And even that, I've always said this, you cannot make mass out of nothing. You still have to be eating more calories. Your metabolism may be slow, but there are ways to speed it up. There's a very, very, very slim portion of the population that are really genetically going to be, you know, obese if they work out and fucking eat.
That is a good point, though. Like, yeah, you didn't just get to be 500 pounds.
No,
because,
by
like,
not eating.
But I mean, I'm sure it affects
you need the raw material.
Yeah,
you have to. You can't. It doesn't. You don't. The air doesn't make.
It's glandular, like.
Yeah, like no, kind of. But that's
your cravings are, but your choices aren't, sir.
Yes, but the other thing is like when you're saying healthy at any weight, are we talking anorexia then? Is bulimia to be promoted now too? Because I would think that the same people that are saying that would say, no, that person has a mental illness and we need to address that. And to me, they're both mental illness. They're both problem that you have to deal with. One of them may be more pathological than the other. But yeah, I don't think we're doing a service by coddling people's feelings and then allowing them to just eat themselves into an early grave. And I
guess if that's how you feel. I think you just want everyone to feel bad. I don't know.
Yes, and also just make fun of everyone that's heavier than you.
We're going heavier than me specifically?
Yeah, anyone.
You should have hit me a few weeks ago. Felt real bad about that.
All right, so now...
I just want to announce again as we're headed to a break again. Because then we're gonna come back. I don't think we're gonna do a full hour when we come back, but we got a couple other things.
Yeah,
I gotta get up really early and shit.
Yeah, I gotta do stuff.
I just want to announce again the mayoral election. Send us a video. We'll figure out how to play these. This was fucking stupid, but
no, it wasn't. It was awesome.
Did Alex send that to the page? Maybe.
Of course not.
We'll see if we can have it third hour, but yeah. Or play it off the phone or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, send your campaign video in to, or just post it to the Radioville page.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck. I don't know. None of this matters. Whatever. To quote the great Carl of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. None of this matters. They ask him what his name is when he's getting married to the Russian bride. And I'm like, Carl, what's your last name? He's like, Smith. I don't know. None of this matters.
All right, folks. We'll be back in just a minute.
So I start each day fresh with Carefree. For me, it's carefree every day, because I'm a woman every day.
Know how eating fudge makes me feel like a kid again. A double fudge or new peanut butter fudge. yummy. Real fudge or fudge around a peanutty center. Both Weight Watchers, both double yummy. This is living.
Say goodbye to pad days. Protection this comfortable is the better way.
Monday is a heavy day. Friday is a light.
On any kind of day, Tampax tampons protect the better way, more comfortably than pads any day. The unique Tampax design expands to your body's natural shape. For protection, no tampon design can beat. Comfort no pad can match.
So say goodbye to pad days. Tampax tampons are the better way any day.
Sears Portrait Studios present some great new faces. New faces captured by the photo experts at Sears.
Through Saturday only, get 2 8x10s, 3 5x7s, and 15 wallet-sized portraits for just $16.95.
So if your family has a great new face, Sears is the place to take that face. Sears, your money's worth and a whole lot more.
No matter how much your dog might have wanted it, it's always been real tough to bag real beef. But now it's a cinch, because now they bag real beef in new Purina Prime. The new dog food with the real beef dogs love in every bag. So much real beef, it's the main ingredient in Purina Prime. Purina bagged it for your dog. New Purina Prime brand dog food. Real beef in every bag. In one man's soul lives the devil.
When this place starts cooking, we are gonna be cooking.
Terrorizing his victims.
You are an animal.
They ain't never gonna forget Austin Buchanan.
There's got to be some way out of here. We're dealing with a madman.
Yeah, we gotta find him. Now maybe he left a clue.
Oh, no.
Roger, let's get him out of here before we all go up in flames. This is the end of the line.
No, Austin, no.
One Life to Live, weekdays.
I know it's been a long day. Oh, your diaper leaked. Oh, what a mess. Oh, we can't change it here. Henry, we have to go.
Mom, my cereal.
We can't now. We gotta take care of Scotty, okay? Come on.
But, Mom...
If diaper padding doesn't absorb fast enough, it can leak. Only Love's has Leak Guard, a cup in the padding that helps catch wetness before it can leak. Placed up front for boys, in the middle for girls. So nothing's better on leaks than Love's.
Oh, these must be yours, huh?
That's mine.
Oh, you want to carry it?
Sure.
You know, I've been thinking about getting these blue ones for my little boy. They any good?
Well, my wife won't let me come home with anything else.
Don't let morning breath ruin a good morning. Use Scope. Nothing powers away the film that causes morning breath quite like the power of Scope. Scope, the best thing. First thing in the morning.
I just came in at the end of that. What happened in that?
I don't know. When it's days like this, I just want to cut all my hair off. You gotta be kidding. I mean, your hair
Shit.
always looks so good. What do you use?
Why did days like this make her want...
Yeah.
Oh, because she's having a bad hair day. She just wants to cut it all
I use
off?
Swab. Swab? Mm-hmm. Great.
And this was probably
Meanwhile, I'm buying
pre-Sinead
the most
O'Connor?
expensive things I can get
That
my
would have been
hands on.
bold.
What else is new?
Or was it? No. Probably during her popularity.
Yeah, I do.
That's what I'm going to say.
Suave. When you know beautiful
I'm waiting
hair
for Tom to
doesn't
get
have
back from
cost
the
a fortune.
bathroom. I don't know how to change the view.
You miss her.
I mean, I can turn it down. I can turn it down, or I can turn it up. That's what I can do over here.
To be your mom. You're as beautiful today as the day she was born.
I take care of myself. She eats right, exercises, and takes Geritol Complete.
Ugh.
Nearly twice the iron of
Creepy
ordinary
commercial.
company. All the vitamins and minerals you need. And now with
Fucking rotten old lady.
Geritol Complete.
Needs a bunch of vitamins and shit. It's gross.
I told Dole we had to come
Hey.
here
Oh, look
to
at this guy.
Paradise to do this.
It's the
I
gambler.
mean, where else are you going to capture the natural flavor of Paradise fruit?
How about your supermarket?
What? This guy's been out exploring the seven seas. He doesn't realize they have Dole at the supermarket.
That was Kenny Rogers.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. How don't I hear myself?
Me, Tommy Lasorda, the guy
Do there. What the fuck?
Well, I lost 30 pounds in 3 months.
Hey, Tommy Lasorda.
The plan was easy.
All right, so we found.
We did
this mayoral video. We have one submission so far.
Yes,
one. In the Radioville race to the mayor's office. As we know, you have to post your submissions to the Radioville Facebook page before June 21st, when the election will happen live on the show. We're just going to start a poll on the page, which I think is something we can do, and we'll have all the names there. You guys can vote. It'll be a great time. And after it all, it is your patriotic duty as Americans.
Why is this so huge?
All right, whatever.
The fuck?
This is going to be Jake Huff. He's our only entrant so far.
Yeah. Why is this so big?
I don't know. Who cares? We'll just play it. Ready?
Hold on.
For some reason, yeah, this is fitting, though. For some reason, this video is...
Hold on, I'm going to send it over here. Hold on.
What?
Yeah, we have to. It's too fucking big.
Just
you guys will see it.
All right.
You guys will see it. Hey, settle down, man. We're wasting 2 minutes, guys. We're all good. Everyone needs to see the submission.
So unpatriotic.
Also, I got all baked, so that's where I'm at.
So what are you doing? You're trying to reformat the video?
Yeah, here we go. All right,
Tom's doing
folks.
HTML over here.
I am. All right, here we go with Jake Huff's submission. Now, he didn't really film it this way, but this is the way that it has to be displayed.
Yeah, fuck it. I played it.
Are you unjustifiably in a position you'd rather not be in? I've been there. Like Macho Man always used to say.
Huh?
Did he say?
Cream will rise to the top. I want to be your voice. Whether I say things you like or not, I'm going to say them anyway. I'm Jake from Statesville, and I want to be your mayor of Radioville.
Okay.
Pretty good, right?
I like it because it's creepy and low effort.
Yes. Yes. It's intimidating.
If that guy wins, I'm quitting the show.
Not
just
me.
so everyone knows.
Not me. My vote is for Jake.
That's our. So okay, that's the first guy running. Jake, what's his name? Jake
Huff.
Jake Huff. Okay. So Jake, if you're watching and you want to call in and give us give us some campaign promises, feel free.
Yeah. Good point.
All right. Excellent. So that's all you have to do. That's an example. You can do that. Go to as much effort as you want. I know there's a couple people going to way too much effort, and it's probably going to be something that doesn't even end up happening. But we're going to have the full range. So there you go. First candidate. Now we did have that pastor video.
We do. Yes.
Do you want to look at that?
Sure. Hold on a second.
Now I lost all my tabs in the.
However, we can also say that the image is less
Jesus
virtual
Christ.
than a
Hold on a
completely
second.
imaginary object, because at least
This
the
thing's
image
back.
on the screen exists in some form. So we can see that there is a spectrum of virtuality, with actuality at one end and complete virtuality at the other. Where do we fit into this spectrum?
Nowhere.
Are we
Go
more
away.
like on the computer screen or the completely imaginary
We
object?
don't.
It's creeping me out with that thing.
The fuck?
Yeah. You don't
Ooh.
fit in anywhere. You're a fucking. You're an unnatural product of Satan. You need to be banished back to wherever you came from. Whatever hellish dimension you fucking originated from.
Whew, that thing has me going though, man. All right, what are we looking at? What do we got?
That pastor, that was so.
Yeah.
This was in.
This is a kind of a.
I'm gonna pull it up here because I lost all my tabs in the great computer meltdown of 45 minutes ago. And I had to close everything. But
there we go.
Yeah, it was in Indiana. I think Warsaw was the name of the town. And this guy's name is Pastor Lowe, as I recall.
Okay.
Now he is making a confession to his congregation here.
Let's listen in.
He's going to confess to some betrayal and some breaking of commandments, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. Is adultery one?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, then he did it.
All right, let's take a look. Let's take a listen.
We were caring for hurting people. That's why I'm here today. To follow a biblical process of confession, repentance, and forgiveness. If God wants anything out of us, as we just heard, it's to bring healing to all who are involved.
This guy really doesn't know how to cut to the chase.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry, I talked over it. He said I
I
committed adultery. Yeah.
I committed adultery.
There we go.
Okay.
He said adultery.
It was nearly 20 years ago. It continued far too long.
Till now?
It
When?
involved one person, and there's been no other, nor any other situations of unbecoming conduct.
You sound like you're making excuses, not confessing.
It's almost as though, for many years, you've mastered the art of bullshitting gullible people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this guy sounds very disingenuous. Let's just start there.
Well, yeah.
This sounds like he's at gunpoint.
Look at this church. One thing I was thinking about watching this video earlier.
Yeah.
Who do you know with ornate woodworking in their home like that?
I mean, this is like a super church.
I mean, I know, whatever.
Wait, is it?
But like these places have so much money, I guess is my point. It's like, look, when you really look around there, like the expense and the needless expense of aesthetic and you know what I mean? And all that shit, like it's insane. So yeah, obviously what we're looking at a grifter of sorts.
Yeah,
right?
and also it seems like he's trying to kind of skirt the subject. He's like he acted like he was being bold at first. But then he started walking it back.
And he has to
there's only one person.
He has to distort it.
It was far too long. Yeah, but like till like when you got caught. I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's not like you just it's been so long, like I can't do it anymore. Like you fucking got caught, dude.
But I like to people that act as though they're being contrite, but have to also then point out like, now I walk with the Bible in its intent, and I am doing the biblical thing. Jesus Christ!
Shut up.
Yeah.
Hey, shut up. All right.
Yeah. How great would it be if somebody says, "Hey, shut up, jerk."
Yeah. I would have.
To say it plainly, I didn't make a mistake. I didn't have an issue. I didn't have an affair. I didn't make a misjudgment. I sinned.
Well, no, you did all of those too.
I need to say that, and you deserve to hear it.
You did all of those.
You know, he sounds like Ted Cruz.
I have been asked why did I wait so long to deal with it.
Yeah.
Why hide it?
Same like bullshitness. Similar accent, but like, you know, Ted Cruz is like more Texas. But yeah, like that same level of just unabashed fucking, you know, deception and bullshit.
Oh, yeah, totally. All right, let's see who this is. Yellow, you're on with Tom and Vinny. What's going on?
Hey, Lords, it's General Alexander again.
Okay. Hello.
Now, this is on topic, so I've been meaning to do this, and I just want to publicly denounce my identity as a Christian.
Oh, because of this guy?
This guy. This is just. I mean, this guy is not as bad as most of them, but I am just
scathing
so sick
critique
of every Christian and every church. Now, I still read the Bible. I listened to my Johnny Cash audio Bible today.
Sure.
And I've been reading the Quran.
Okay.
Like any good Christian would. Yeah.
I just fucking hate these people, and I just wanted to denounce my
Christianity
membership to the Christianity.
Now, Alex was a devout Christian as recently as a year ago, I believe.
Were you really?
I guess I mean, I've been studying the Bible.
He just wanted to bother people. That's all it really was. Like he just wanted to make a crazy right turn into religious stuff. Alex, that was really at the heart of it, right? Is you just wanted to argue and bother people and stuff. Like,
things are coming to light.
I mean, at the core,
isn't that what everything is about? Yeah.
Hilarious. All right, well, it's denounced now, so your fun is over, sir.
So no more calling Alex a Christian in the chat.
Yes. All right, man. Well, thanks for doing that publicly, and thanks for doing it with us.
And by the way, before you go, what is like the part that you hate the most about modern day Christians?
Actually, I was going to ask.
Did he hang up on us?
Yeah, he did.
Son of a bitch. He saw it coming. Okay.
Of course. You waited too long.
I set it up too, obviously.
Yeah.
See, I do that because it's fun for us and the audience,
That's
but
true.
now people are catching on too much. Yeah,
that's true. All right,
like
let's
the third time
fast
that's
forward
happened
to
to us.
where this his lady
okay, so
gets
you
up
heard,
there.
yeah, you heard his confession. Confession.
Yes,
What's wrong with you? You heard his confession, Pastor Lowe there in Indiana, and now what's going to happen is the lady,
the victim,
who he adulterated with.
Is it with that? Oh, I thought it was his wife. Oh, this is the.
No. This is the girl that.
Ooh.
So now this.
Okay.
This girl, it turns out, was when this all began underage, as
Oh.
she claims. So now she's going to just come up to the stage here.
Okay.
And
Shit,
and take control of the mic. You'll hear her husband first, and then she'll get on the mic. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad they had the husband first, though.
I know. Well, I mean, we are still in a church. It's let's not deter from tradition too much. You know.
Yeah. All right.
But
oh.
So that's the applause for the pastor. Look, we're all so proud of you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. That for some reason,
Thanks for sinning.
For some reason, this has been forced into the public eye, and you needed to get ahead of it.
Please let us talk.
Oh, so that's the husband.
For 27 years, I lived in a prison. It was not 20 years.
Let
I
the
lived in a
record
prison
state.
of lies and shame. Lying to protect the Lowe family. For years, I thought I was a horrible person having suicidal thoughts, not realizing what had been truly done to me. That I was a victim, and I would still be in a prison if my brother, and many of you know him, Edgar Wolf, had not approached me just 2 weeks ago with what he had seen as a teenager that bothered him all these years. His pastor in bed with his younger sister.
His brother walked in on them. Which, okay,
so
wait, what?
We know when this happens.
Is that what she said? That,
yeah.
That he walked in on them?
Yeah. She said
Wait,
her
let me hear
brother
that.
witnessed his pastor.
In bed with his younger sister.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So,
woo! It's just getting fiery, son.
Now I'll guarantee you she's not the only one, and you know what we've learned from the past and our own, we've had this conversation about like school teachers that everybody knew about and stuff. I'm sure that this was known amongst some people.
I would be shocked if a bunch of other girls don't start coming to the fore.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
like, we did that forever.
This is the game, you know, and like,
give us the rub.
If we're going to. You pretty much compare this to a cult, which a lot of people do, and I think justifiably so. Yeah. Then what do we know about cults? The main thing with a cult is the leader just fucks everybody. Yeah.
And sometimes dudes.
Right. Or
that's
the
always the
or
case.
whoever. Yeah,
always.
It's
has there ever been
thing.
a cult that the dude didn't just fuck all the chicks? I don't know, and I've never heard of one.
The Juggalos. Maybe. I don't know.
Hilarious.
So I found this other article. I thought he was a protector, not a predator. Family claims Indiana pastor accused of taking teen girl's virginity on his office floor was caught shirtless in bed with her when she was just
14.
14.
Damn.
This says, yeah.
Damn, son.
Yeah. So he stepped down after all this came out. Blah blah blah. That was also in his speech.
So what was the point in this? What angle were we looking at here?
Oh, that
just that
this fucking girl's a blabbermouth and she should have kept her. No, I don't know.
Oh, the priests are pieces of shit.
And also, it's pretty awesome that she found a way to get on mic and
that's
and do
crazy.
This, you know, I mean,
do we want to listen to some more of her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the whole thing. I mean, she goes in.
Dude, that's pretty fucking. That's
This is the thing. This gets awkward as
this
shit.
is jarring though.
Oh yeah.
It really is.
And also, you'll see. So if you look in the video, the pastor, he's just like standing right off to the
Just
side
looking
here,
at
just
her?
like he's fucking frozen. But no, he does not know what to do. At one point, you'll see they'll try to to stop her and stuff, and yeah, he's
can't stop, won't stop.
Right, but this guy, I just like this video because I'm just imagining what
he's thinking.
Yeah, and like what it's like, and he's just like, holy fuck, dude! It's like tunnel vision, everything's echoing. Like,
flop sweat.
Oh no, just trying to think of what to do. Like, hold on, I could. This is not so bad. All right, hold on.
Yeah, just damage control.
Damage control
in his fucking head, but there is none.
Yeah,
no, there is. But he's gonna get arrested.
He does
right?
try. I would
like he's been
think. Who knows, man? Sometimes this shit is weird.
I'd like to know how old he was as a pastor at that point. Not that it would
what
matter.
What if he was the boy pastor? What if he was 13?
He was like 17.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
All right, let's listen in.
T-shirt and underwear on.
What?
People knew but were too afraid to come forward, and they have now. The lies and the manipulation have to stop. I was a prisoner and you kept me in your prison. I'm a prisoner no longer. I was just 16 when you took my virginity on
they
your
said
office
14
floor.
and she said 16.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I know
Sensationalism.
you do, and I have plenty of other stories that I could bring to remembrance. You did things to my teenage body that had never and should have never been done.
Whoa.
Oh, why do you have to?
Oh my God.
I know.
Hey, settle down.
That's what I'm saying.
You're starting to give people fucking weird shit.
Yeah, like, why do you have to say it like that, you know?
Don't do
Yeah.
Sorry. This is not a laughing matter, but my God, you did things to my teenage body.
She
that
said it a little provocative. Are we sick? Right?
I think so.
Yeah, we must be.
I think that's us, man.
Fuck.
We got to look into ourselves, yeah. All right, hold on.
At
Jesus.
least-
All right. Blah, blah, blah.
At least we're not Christian.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You can't admit the truth. You have to answer to God. You are not the victim here. I tried to tell someone, but all that was done was cover up.
God, that's weird.
No one
Yeah,
ever
I mean,
came to me.
It is.
No
It's
one
like
ever
inside
helped
of a
me.
little
No one
cult.
Well, and they're in the middle of Indiana, you know what I mean? And I think she's in her 40s now. And
damn.
So if I read that right, but this thing keeps freezing. But if I read that right, I think she's in her 40s. So I mean, this is a while ago. Obviously, she didn't have social networking and all that kind of stuff to get the word out. And in places like we've seen that with like you know, the real fucking crazy stories about police stations that are literally run by the Klan and shit like that in small towns in Illinois and Indiana and stuff. I mean, this is back in those days. You could pull shit like this off pretty...
Yeah, you were the fucking pastor, dude.
Yeah, I mean, and you were friends with the guy...
The sheriff and the fucking mayor and, yeah,
and the
pastor's a
newspaper
powerful
owner
person
and
in
everybody.
in a small community.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely. I mean, this was amazingly common, I'm sure, right? It's a very old cliche.
Know. Yeah, let's hear
Never
it.
got me counseling. I have wanted to talk to somebody all of these years and never. You have somebody that you talk to.
Yeah,
I never
God.
have. The church deserves to know the truth. This church has been built on lies, but no more. The lies need to stop.
A little cliche heavy, but...
Story after story after story to what you did to me. Michael,
What is that?
Your dad is not the victim here. A partial truth is not true.
Oh.
Okay.
If I would have gotten counseling, your dad would be in prison.
He was telling her, you why didn't you get... so that's the pastor's son telling her you should have gotten counseling. Why are you here like airing it out? That's how these people think, dude.
Oh shit.
Wait,
this is the pastor right here?
I think so.
Pastor in another church. We can call Melanie right now and Cassie, her sister.
Oh my
They
God.
sat down with you. You
Here,
sent
back it up a
Melanie
couple
away.
clicks because she's talking about another pastor from their church.
Yeah.
That
Best friend was my age when your associate pastor was molesting his 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And you know that. You sent him to be a pastor in another church. We can call Melanie right
Oh
now
my
and
God.
Cassie, her sister. They sat down.
Damn,
with you.
somebody
You sent
recorded all
Melanie
this?
away. Don't
a bunch. There's a bunch of angles of it, dude. A bunch of people recorded, of course. And then if you see the...
I know, but you can tell the truth because this is a lie.
See how, dude, what a
thank
fucking
you.
manipulative creep.
Yeah, thank you for
But I'm
letting
letting
me.
you tell the truth. Yeah, right.
Oh
Jesus
my
fucking
God.
Christ, dude. But they can't come out of that mode. It's grifter con man
Yeah,
mode
they're-
24 hours a day, dude.
Yeah.
Just without
That
fail.
is- no, that's fucking.
What a weird, deceptive, manipulative way to
Oh
try to
my
flip
God.
that. You know what I mean? And shameless. Just like that's like drunk girlfriend status. Like, no, I'm letting you do it. You know. What do you got there? Do you want
Well, we got. I could watch these forever. We have these are crisis actors. We got titties. I forgot it was Tuesday. Sorry, fuck, they caught me. I'm horny.
These pastors never thought Me Too would catch up to
She
them.
was hotter
Alex.
in her teams.
Oh my
in her
God.
teens.
Jesus Christ. Well, who wasn't? You know.
Yeah, come on. That's when we're all flawless.
Right.
Let's just make sure.
Yeah, let's
We
keep
all know
going with
that,
her because
and-
she's. Yeah, I think she's almost done, but we'll hear the rest of it real quick.
Sure thing. If I can.
To tell the truth. You know better than it was.
Listen, my wife is not just adultery, it's another level when it's a teenager. And I will not let this
So this
man
is the victim's
talk
husband
about
speaking.
my wife like that. It happened for 9 years. When she was 15, 16, the sexual grooming started. And it lasted until she met me and we started dating. This is the truth. And that's all we're going to say. Except Just that's it.
Have numbers?
Except go Colts.
Yeah.
This necklace.
Oh wait, also shout out my boy Mike.
Yeah, it's Mike's birthday.
Yeah, shout out Mike. Happy birthday. Go Colts. Throws the microphone in the fucking audience. All right. What was he saying? Except
Starts
what?
doing a TikTok dance.
This is the truth.
Okay, and that's all we're gonna say.
That's all we're gonna say. Except. Just that's it.
Have numbers? You can talk to my brother.
That's fine. This necklace was Bobby's.
And also, point the mic away from the speaker. Do you not hear that?
And possibly other people in the office, they might have received necklaces too.
Nobody notices the feedback?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stretch the truth here, but it was in our house and I'm giving it back.
All right, now you're just.
All right,
doing
now
this
he's
stuff.
giving
Now
back
we're just-
the things, whatever. So
I think
yeah,
she was more riveting.
Go like forward to where they're leaving and stuff.
This was
because you'll see like the
here.
Keep going.
And I'm doing what the Bible process.
Is this him bullshitting more? Whatever. Yeah, that's fine. It might not even been this one. There's a bunch, like I said, there's a bunch of different angles and stuff. But one of them showed like the congregation, and everybody's faces were amazingly blank after this crazy event just took place. Like it kind of shows everybody just sitting there.
I would have been wilding the fuck out,
dude. Not even.
Like, what, motherfucker?
This is the best episode of church ever. Do they call it an episode?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. No, but they're all just kind of sitting there like reactionless. You know, it was very odd.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess.
Now I'm still thinking about how she said that one line, and I shouldn't be.
No, I know. I knew this was going to happen. Yeah, we should have just edited that out. But yeah,
this is ridiculous. You know what? I got to get.
It starts to make you wonder who the real victim is. You know. But yeah, so that guy, whatever, he resigned. He's all gone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
As he should
as
have.
the world turns, there'll be another one to take his place.
It is difficult to say for sure. We could argue that we are somewhere in between because we do exist in physical form, but we also have a lot of imagination. It is also worth noting that our concept of actual and virtual is constantly shifting. For example, 50 years ago, the idea of a virtual reality was something that existed only in the imagination. Today, there are devices that allow us to experience virtual reality in a very realistic way.
Remember those evil mushrooms we ate?
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't really evil, but
No,
like
but I remember
we had
them.
the distinct impression that we were taken over by some sort of hive network,
Yeah.
which I think we were.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's almost like if that thing could talk.
Yeah, that was our
video,
trip
yeah.
right there. I think that's why it came to me.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
sure.
That was kind of like what the dialogue in my head was that night. It's like, I remember tripping so hard that night. I was like doing different dimensions, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I remember I was just laying
Yeah,
on-
man, I was just walking through like these spider webs of other reality. It was
Yeah.
fucking crazy. I was like
Here's
they
what
were almost tangible. It was
Here's
very
what I
cool.
had going. I was laying on the couch over there, and I was doing like I wanted to go to like go to like this other dimension, and I was doing like a switchboard, like an old timey telephone operator,
Yes.
and like on Lassie or something. So I was just taking these wires. You know, it's happening in here, and I was like taking these wires,
Yeah,
and,
I know.
and plugging into different places, and then I'd be in like some weird, here's like the cactus dimension. Like, oh, that was cool,
Yeah, everything was made out of clay.
Here's one where microwaves.
Yellow, you're on with
work.
Tommy Vinny. What is up?
Is this the great Tom? And is this the great Radioville?
What is this?
It is. Who's this?
It is the great
Wendell?
Radioville. All right. So I got a question for you guys.
What do you got?
Who is this?
I don't know.
It's Jordan Schultz. What's up?
Hey,
hi.
what's up, Jordan?
Okay.
All right, so I got a question for you. This is a loaded question, but
Cool.
what would be your solution to the mass shootings or the gun control or whatever the argument you want to make?
Oh, shit.
Let's elaborate on that one.
Well,
what do you guys got?
We actually went over that like
Our
pretty much the first hour. but
did you guys do that already? I was a
Yeah,
little late
but
to the party. So.
yeah,
All
no.
right.
But
that's
wait,
cool.
but like solution to what? Like what kind of answer could someone give
what's
you?
your proposal?
Yeah,
Not
I don't know.
solution, but what's your proposal? Yeah.
I
Well,
don't.
my proposal is anarchy and everybody fend for themselves.
Well, right,
Yeah.
of course, yeah. Fuck them all, right? Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's kind of where I lie to.
That's generally no,
like,
but I mean,
if you can have them, I can have them. If they could have them, we could have them. I'm like, I don't know. We can't just take anything away and just have one people have all the power. I don't like that idea.
And I just don't believe in one man's right to tell another man what he can
whether
or can't
or
possess,
not he can't be armed.
Yeah, right.
But I can.
Yeah.
That just seems very dangerous.
It just seems like a recipe for disaster to put anyone
So do you believe in any like common sense gun laws or no? So like here I'm a libertarian. So I love all rights all the time.
Yeah.
And I love no gun control. But like, you guys believe in like common sense gun laws?
I mean, I do understand
who decides what common sense
that's
is.
The problem is who's
a politician's version of common sense that they got from some fucking distorted polls. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
it's just placate somebody somewhere. I don't know. I mean, if you have to be licensed, like, look, from a libertarian viewpoint, of course, you shouldn't have to have a driver's license or pay taxes or have any. So, but in a society where we do have that, I can see where it would be, conceivably sort of a norm where, you would have to have some sort of regulation at least. But I don't know where that stops.
So where's the line?
Stops.
Where's
exactly.
yeah.
That's the problem.
And the problem is
there's
there's never a line.
No.
The line was supposed to be the Constitution, and that never worked. And
that didn't work, right?
Right.
That didn't work, right?
So there's no line between. So what people always think is like, okay, if a person is demonstrably insane, they should not be able to buy a firearm. And
here's the tricky thing: don't put this shit on the air. But I was in a mental institution. My brother fucking put me in there. So like, honestly, like all of a sudden I can't have a gun. And I didn't even belong there, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, where do you draw that fucking line, right?
And also, if you give the federal government the power to decide who is and who isn't insane, even if you trust the current federal government, once they have that right,
then who's the next guy?
When a tyrannical overlord,
I'm just kidding, by the way. You can put that on the air. I don't care.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we can't.
That almost happened to me. I had a case against me at one point stemming from like a fight with an old landlord who was trying to keep my shit, or he did some shit, and there was a kick down door, and it was fun. But it was a whole thing, and so it was a domestic. It was charged as a domestic. So had I not gotten that thrown out of court, I wouldn't have been able to own a gun from then on either. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, that's a very odd thing.
Like a weird line.
Yeah, it's a very odd thing, especially because can people not heal? Is there no redemption? That's a weird precedent to set.
I think what it comes down to for me is just there's no scenario I could envision, unfortunately, where you could give a collectivized body the power to restrict anyone's weapons access where it wouldn't turn into absolute tyrannical hell.
I don't see, we're humans.
That's the thing. Is like,
so that just doesn't seem like a great idea.
It's just inevitable.
But as far as where's the line, that's so hard to hash out. I don't know. I mean, to me, the only person that might know is our AI friend over there that we could probably ask.
I don't know. Brian might know.
Give him a call.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you for starting conversations. Hey, that sounded like real talk radio.
Sure.
All right, buddy.
All right, man.
We're approaching it.
All right, have fun. Stay out of the institutions, brother.
Thanks. That's what I like though. Is we're talking, we're doing talk. It's all about the talk. It's never for me. It's not. It's not
about the fame.
It's not about the flashy kind of like
the lifestyle.
I'm not sitting here coming in late to the show talking to the president. You know what I mean, or anything like that. It's just about the talk. It's about me and you and the super spreaders.
Yeah,
and it'll always be like that.
That is.
It'll always be like that.
What it started for and what it'll end.
Even next week.
Matter. Even next week. All right, we're at 2:40. Do we have anything else?
I certainly won't
on?
have sold out by next week. The worst trash talker ever.
Oh yeah, we can watch.
Let's just do that and then we'll get out of here. This guy. Do you know what this is? Because this looks. I don't know if it's something you recognize. Some fight or of some kind.
I didn't. I don't recognize.
It's probably some smaller. Because like how many UFC like poser
this
things
dude is
are
this is a boxer. This is a Showtime.
Oh, okay.
So this is definitely a boxer. And he's apparently he's trying to talk trash at this press conference. Let's see how that goes for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I just want to say I'm excited to be here on Showtime. You know what I mean? I might be honestly the youngest. Well, I mean, as far as like record-wise, like as far as like all the YouTubers and stuff, with the exception of them, I might be the pay-per-view fighter with the least amount of fights. You know?
I like his.
But I mean, you guys gonna see the summer film? I'm gonna knock this dwarf the fuck out. That's how it is.
Now I love this. No reaction from anyone.
No. Once in a while in here somewhere you'll hear just a little like or like a couple little guys, but the guy that he's fighting is just looking at him like just like, what are you, like, embarrassed for him, like kind of confused, like what is he trying to do? Like,
as am I.
But this is, so you've noticed this in the fighting world, and just from the little bit of it that I see, like I've noticed everybody is trying to be like a Conor McGregor. Or like showman.
He started. Yeah, there was a couple originals. Chael Sonnen and Conor
where people
McGregor.
that had just had that natural flair.
Yeah, they're just, that's them.
But now everybody thinks that they have to try to do it, and
they kind of do.
Dude,
though.
There is nothing worse than a guy that tries to be clever and has no idea that he isn't. You know what I mean? Like, like I tell you, when I work weddings all the time, the people that give the speeches, they are funny in their friend group, and they're the party guy, and they get in a room in front of 200 people on a mic.
Bye.
And, all of a sudden they become a mouse. Just fucking,
It's so funny, man. Yeah, doing the races, the turtle races. There's been a handful of people over the years that have been like, you know, dude, I could do this. Dude, that would be fun, and blah blah blah. And I'd always be like, you should do one.
Yeah. Have you ever heard your voice say something dumb over a really loud speaker?
Yeah. So I would be like, yeah, come up. You could do race 4 or whatever. And then they'd sit there and I'd get them all hyped up and shit. And then I'd be like, all right, you know, ladies and gentlemen, all this shit. And then I'd be like, race number 4, we're going to have a guest announcer, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, everyone give it up for so-and-so. And everyone would clap. And then I'd give them the mic. And just every single time, just,
hey, what's up? They try to make an inside joke with one of their friends.
And they just shuffle off. And I'm like, all right, we'll do race number 4. You know, whatever. It's so fucking funny.
But yeah, that's the best one ever is Pete McNeely. Oh, we should watch that after this. Do you know which one I'm talking about? I'll send it to you, dude. Oh, that's a fucking classic. We'll end the show with that.
All right, let's keep.
He was fighting Mike Tyson. He's a big dumb white guy from Massachusetts that was fighting.
I don't remember this.
Okay, yeah. Let me see if I can pull this up.
You hear that? I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
This dude's like,
Flatline.
No,
it is. Flatline. You damn fucking scared? What the fuck am I scared of? You literally.
He talks like Milton from Office Space.
Man. You a stupid
I'm just saying,
dwarf, man. I'm telling you, man. I can't even mess with your fucking
knock this dwarf ambiguous.
Man,
he's white, right?
This dwarf shouldn't have stolen my swing line stapler.
Little T-Rex on.
I'm just saying I brought the swing line stapler from home. And I'm going to knock this dwarf out.
It's like, what?
Like that.
Okay. He might be your brother. I don't know.
Just yay.
2 people clap.
Yeah.
Oh no! I didn't have the video on there. Everyone's probably like, "What the fuck?"
Oh really?
See, here's the thing: is sometimes
show them what it looks like, because the guy looks hilarious.
Oh no! I had it on at the beginning.
We have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I get a little too smoked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you have a sponsor you want to do while I find this other thing real quick?
I don't.
You don't?
No, it's out in my truck.
Oh, it is? We forgot it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. All right, but here's the thing: Pat McNeely or whatever, that'll have to wait.
What do you mean? No, Pete McNeely?
Pete McNeely. All right, folks. Let me just see who
I'm gonna send
Pete
it over
McNeely
to you.
through the embarrassing song.
Yeah, here it is. I'm going to send it over to you. This is totally worth doing. And this is going to be a good ending for the show. And what are we at? 10:53? We got time.
Oh, damn. Tony says, I watched this trash talker earlier today. Then he got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, did he?
That's even better.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he wasn't convincing.
No,
I don't think one
scared,
person
dude.
came away from that press conference really believing in him.
No,
you know?
No,
He's
for
like,
sure.
Can you imagine his trainer like after that just be like, no, you did great.
Yeah, great job, man.
You know what? Keep that intensity for
keep
the
that
fight.
energy, buddy.
All right, yeah. Here now, this guy was Pete. This must have been in early '90s, late '80s. So this guy was gonna fight Tyson. This is one of my I watch every few months. I can't believe you've never seen this.
Yeah, I've never seen
Dude,
it. All right,
this is one of the most cringy things you'll ever see in your life.
Okay, all right.
Laughing. You're real funny, huh? If any one of you that doesn't respect me or what I'm doing or what I've been doing for the last 3 months since it was been announced, and going against a guy like this, you'd have a big dump in your pants.
Yeah, you got him.
I'm Hurricane Peter McNeely from Medfield, Mass. On
Yeah,
Saturday night,
I could tell.
watch me kick Tyson's ass.
Wow.
But if you haven't made your pay-per-view arrangements yet,
Oh my God.
make them soon. Because remember what happens when I wrap you in my cocoon.
Brilliant.
What?
Here we have you for just a moment before you
Is
go out
that
to the
it?
ring. Your
No,
thoughts
this
before
is
you get
even
in with
better.
Mike Tyson.
This is for my grandfathers,
What?
my grandmothers, my father, my mother, Curly,
Mo?
Like he's trying to.
Larry?
He's trying to work up some momentum and he
Bart
can't.
Simpson? Yeah, he's just dying. He is so dispassionately fucking thinking.
This is the best. This is the best.
And last but not least, Medfield.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Mike
then
Tyson's
anyways,
gonna
yeah.
kill him.
Oh yeah. I mean, this was in that era too, where like Tyson would start swinging, and
Dude.
you would hear the audience go.
I know.
Like you'd be like, he's
Dude,
gonna
he
fucking
was,
kill him.
yeah. Dude, the way the fucking
Look at this.
intensity that he fought with was just, oh.
Yeah. And that was like a glancing, you know. No, I remember if you ever watch.
I mean, that's pretty fucking nice.
If you ever watch like his really first few fights.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I've watched all of his fights. I've seen this fight. I just never saw the press.
You literally will hear the crowd reacting.
Oh yeah,
in fear.
No, it's
you know what I mean.
It was
Like,
unnerving.
What the fuck?
It was
dude?
unnerving.
Yeah,
He
like,
was he was a beast, man.
Who punches that hard? That's just
Yeah.
it's fucking insane. Yeah. Anyways,
all right,
that's our
folks,
hot
that
take
is
to end the show.
show.
Mike Tyson punches hard.
Yes.
Meet us here next week for more poignant observations such as that.
Yeah.
And as always, thank you to the generals in the Super Spreader Army. If this would fucking work, there we go. We'll be enlisting a couple of your help next week.
Yeah, for a little shenanigans.
When hopefully the success of getting 300 views on YouTube has not gone to my head again. I'm
sure
going to
it
stress
won't.
that. I'm going to try.
I'm sure it won't.
I'm going to try to just stay the same normal
Vinny that we've all come
same
to
Vinny you guys
know
know
and
and
love.
And I'm. It's going to be about the talk. That's what this is about. Just
It
the
always
talk.
has been,
Yeah.
folks. All right, guys. Thanks for fucking chilling with us, and we will see you next Tuesday.